Hello everybody and welcome back. It's me, ChipZ. And as you can see, we're doing another episode of ChipZ Ahoy. Yeah, just been really excited about One Piece, really looking forward to getting back into it. So, yeah, let's do that. So, pretty short preamble this time. I know I can go on and on, so, but I've been pretty excited to jump back in. I am going to be busy during the weeks for the next few weeks, so probably I would say don't expect streams during the weeks as much, but if I can do it on like a Thursday night or a weekend, I definitely will. Hey, what up, Streets? How you doing, man? What up? And yeah, I'm glad you could catch the stream too. Enjoy. We're happy to have you. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so real quick before I get into the chapter, basically, last set of chapters was wild with, kind of learning potentially that Brook has some sort of backstory with this potentially a celestial dragon, like a, what's her name, the girl celestial dragon who got possessed by Eam, by the way. We got fucking Emu in the house. Holy shit. What? How? Okay, so Eam can possess people and then turn them into, and also like turn giants into demons. So, it makes me wonder: did Eam do anything to transform like the Gorosei? Like, there's so many questions. Like the fact that Eam can just like do a fucking like Full Metal Alchemist transmutation pentagram and then like flip people upside down and turn them into like subservient, beast monsters, like demon monsters. It's like, what else what are Eam's limitations? Like, at this, I would say, like, last chapter, things got really dire. Like, it was crazy because the whole time, even though we had CP0 there, we had Scopper Gaban, we had, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, potentially even, Loki waiting in the wings as, like, backup. Loki's a bit of like a bit of a wild card, but I imagine he would help us against the guys who almost killed him, the guys who beat him up. Not CP0, the God's Knights, right? But like, yeah, last chapter it's like 3 God's Knights versus basically the whole island. They were fucking shit up, like we were absolutely getting decimated. But now we know Brook has like a backstory with the girl, who I suspect might be Yorkie's, or his Captain York's daughter. We know Brook was like a police officer for a certain kingdom. I thought it was a kingdom in the North Blue, but did he used to work in Mary Joa as like a officer? Was he a God's Knight? Who knows, man? So yeah, a lot of shit is up in the air with that. I'm really excited to get into it more. Excuse me. I do want to mention though, that even though I can't stream during the weeks for at least probably most of January, like I said, I'm still going to try to do like maybe Thursday nights, maybe like either Saturday or Sunday. And I can't stream for too long tonight. I think I can go until about 7. So that's a little bit of time. Hopefully we can get through a good chunk of chapters with that. And that being said, I will be uploading more of my playthroughs of both Clair Obscure Expedition 33 and Shadow of the Erdtree. So if that's something that interests you, I actually just uploaded 2 episodes this week, one for each playthrough. So if you're interested in that, if you're not just here for One Piece, go check those out. Super good game, super fun to talk through the design and the story and like the way characters are portrayed and all the cool stuff that goes along with these games, and like how emotional and impactful and they can be, and like they're truly, both of these games are like high art. So really excited to continue posting those videos, and I will have more of those coming out next week and the week after and so on and so forth. So check those out if you haven't already. But yeah, without further ado, I just want to get back into this, so let's do it. Let's see. Actually, before we hop in, let me check one thing. Just want to verify audio is okay. Is audio okay, Streets, if you're still there? Okay, yeah, I think we're sounding good. Yeah, it sounds like I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, thanks, Streets. Appreciate you confirming that. Okay. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, just wanted to verify that. Like to do that before I hop into the stream proper. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into chapter 1151. So here we go. One Piece chapter 1151. That's enough. I've got this. Oh shit. Okay, so somebody's got this. Is this Eam saying to the God's Knights that he's got this? Is this Luffy saying to, yo, what's up, King T? How you doing, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll be going for, I think, probably about 2 hours, you know, until it's like 7 Eastern time, US EEST. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like this title, that's enough. I've got this. Is it Eam saying this to the God's Knights? Is it Luffy saying it to Ja Rule or his crew or somebody else? Is it Loki saying it? Who knows? Who knows who it is? But let's see what'll happen. Okay. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 35. So it looks like in this one, we see Kawamatsu in the background. He's looking funny, as usual. We see Yamato, who just looks like they just tossed this guy, who Luffy fought in the beginning of the arc of Wano. Yeah, it's the big sumo wrestler. Did he grow a mustache? Did he always have a mustache? I do remember that he liked not Komurasaki. He was really into Okiku. And then Okiku cut his top knot, totally embarrassed him, totally emasculated him, and he was never seen again until now. So, okay, very good. I think Luffy sent him flying with a Gear 3 palm strike in a sumo wrestling match. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 35, a sumo tournament in Hakumai. Yokozuna Sukune, Urashima's big brother is... Oh, this is Urashima's big brother. Okay, gotcha. Yokozuna Sukune, Urashima's big brother, is sent flying. Okay, cool. Probably the least interesting entry in the Yamato cover story just yet. Like, honestly, I've been enjoying this cover story. It's been, like, interesting. I am hoping we get some, like, more interesting updates. It'd be neat to know, like, if we see, like, Kaido or Big Mom at some point. That would be interesting. I mean, I don't know. Like, they could be dead. They could have survived, but just, like, we're so, you know, wounded that they basically are just, like, not as big threats as they used to be. Because having, like, 2 extra Yonko in the mix is just a lot, you know? Especially... Yeah, I imagine they might have survived, but if they do, they'll basically be, like, so injured that they essentially, like, either can't fight anymore or at least can't overpower Yamato the way they are now. So something like that. That is my prediction. Okay. Let's proceed to the chapter. All right. Here we go. We have... Is this Brogy or... No, sorry. This is Kashi, right? From Oimo and Kashi fame. Please snap out of it, captains. Elder Ja Rule is the world's oldest warrior. He's a living legend. Oh, yeah, so I think I did a little bit of a recap, but like last time on Dragon Ball Z, aka last time on One Piece, or on ChipZ Ahoy, we progressed in the arc, and it was crazy because it felt like we had all these allies, right? Like, it felt like we had Dory and Brogy, who are super strong, and the Giant Warrior Pirates, who are super strong, helping us in this fight. It seemed like we were getting the upper hands over the God's Knights, which is awesome. Like, it seems like we were making progress in that direction of, like, potentially overpowering them. But then, because, like, you know, Scopper Gaban is there, we have Luffy and Zoro and Loki and Sanji, all kind of you know, potentially joining the fray at some point. So, and then we had, obviously, Dory and Brogy and the Giant Warrior Pirates, who are super, super strong. So, in a lot of ways, it seemed like, even though things were dire with, like, the kids being taken hostage, there was still an element of, like, this arc, we still had so many strong allies in this arc that it felt like, you know, the stakes were high, but they weren't quite, like, they were high. Don't get me wrong. Last set of chapters, the last two readings have been really exciting and like really intense. Because we don't know like the upper limit of the God's Knights. But the fact that like Scopper Gaban is here, that we have Dorian Broggie here, like it always seemed like, you know, we have super strong players in the mix to back us up. So like we had options. Now our two strongest giants who are on our side, at least that we know of, besides Loki, have been like transformed into enemies. Eam shows up, and we have no idea what the upper level of Eam's abilities are. So Eam shows up, transforms a bunch of the giant warrior pirates, including the two bosses. Like immediately cuts off Dory's arm. Dory, right? Yeah, I think Dory. Yeah, he's the chubby one, and Broggie, I think, is the slender one. So yeah, and you can see his arm is still like suspended there. That's interesting, or his hand or whatever. So yeah, it's like he transformed them. They're even stronger and evil and being controlled by the enemy. Stakes have never, and like, so those are like two of our greatest allies who've just been transformed, and now they've been given the order to kill leader Ja Rule or whatever, right? Or Ja Rule or whatever. So it's crazy. Like now the stakes have been escalated to such a degree because Eam's here. Eam is like the strongest character that we've seen so far in the series. Like basically like was able to just zap the life out of one of the Gorosei who he literally couldn't beat last time. All we could do was like hold them off. So it's like even Zoro and Sanji and Luffy, who could maybe like do damage, like they would just like, you know, just like the God's Knights, they just recover. Like they're essentially immortal, you know? Like we still have some allies, like Kuma is still kind of in the mix. Obviously Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy are down below hanging out with Loki and Hajrudin. So we do still have some like, you know, some heavy hitters in the mix who are obviously like, you know, Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, and Loki are kind of like, you know, they're doing their own thing. And Oda does this often in these arcs. He takes out like this. He either takes out the strongest characters or has them doing something else, as you know, so that like they are not like, so that they can come in. So that he has tools in his toolbox for writing the story that he can draw from, and then he has characters waiting in the wings for like the most dramatic moment to show up. So obviously that's what he's doing. It's pretty cool. So yeah, like but the stakes have been raised. Like, I don't know how we're getting out of this. Can we win? Like, I remember, I think, in the last episode, I was like, I don't know how we get out of this. Like, without, like, maybe Shanks showing up, which I feel like is a possibility. Shanks arriving could be something that happens. But I'd like to see, like, what the Straw Hats can do with Loki, obviously, on their own, you know? So yeah, let's see where this goes. Please snap out of it, captains. What's with Dory and Broggie's demonic transformation? Good question. That is a great question. Yeah, so what is with Dory and Broggie's demonic transformation? Please snap out of it, captains. Elder Ja Rule is the world's oldest warrior. He's a living legend. We've always looked up to him. So they're trying to convince Dory and Broggie not to go murder Ja Rule. We've always looked up to him. Yeah, you said it, Kashi. But the elder we all idolized is just a broken old man now. That's why it's up to us to put him out of it to pasture. And after that, okay, so yeah, and that's a big theme of the arc as well, is Eam and like the world government. So what have we always heard about? And this has been an interesting direction, kind of, that Oda's taken the giant. The Elbaf arc, in that we've always heard about these giants being like warriors. They're Vikings from a warrior culture. However, when we get here, we realize, these are actually kind of outdated ideas. Almost like in today's culture, where like if you go back to World War I and World War II, you have people who are a lot more excited to, maybe not in World War II, but at least in World War I, people were like really excited to enlist and. Like the idea of, I mean, it's been a while since I've studied World War I, but I know there's like a lot of, situations throughout history, both U.S. history and world history, where like the idea of war has been like an exciting prospect. The idea to like prove yourself as like a man on the battlefield, like it's, it's a pervasive like thing that existed in and still exists probably for some people in real life. Like people have a desire for, you know, to do something epic, and you know, but then you go into war, and as many veterans know, it's like you realize it's not the glamorous, like high octane shit that you thought it would be. It ends up being like a fucking hellscape nightmare. And yeah, so in you know, in today's age, like we have, you know, we can see the horrors of war. Like we can learn about it from history, from, you know, videos of World War I and World War II, as well as other wars that have happened throughout the world. We see the impacts that these wars have on the nations where they're fought, and, you know, for the participants. You know, we see the negative impact of our governments and their involvement in these wars. So, like, we are able to say as a culture these days, like, hey, war ain't good. Like, let's avoid that shit at all costs. Because essentially, you know, whether, you know, whether the cause is somewhat just or not. I mean, I don't want to get political, but this is like pretty relevant to today, I think. Like, essentially, whether the cause is just or not, like the cost is too high in most cases. Like, which is why solving things diplomatically or via like economic pressure is or like social pressure is like generally like more you know, preferred. It's preferred as opposed to like losing lives, right? You know, if it absolutely comes down to it, where like, you know, there has to be something done, that, you know, then, you know, it can happen. I'm not, you know, not saying war is never justified or anything like that, but I think it's interesting. What I'm trying to get at is Oda is taking this different approach to Elbaf. Like, obviously, coming into Elbaf, like, we've heard throughout One Piece, like, oh, the Viking warriors, like, the giant warrior pirates, they, like, fucking rocked the world with their, like, fucking epic, like, you know, warmongering culture and whatnot. And, like, you know, they're Vikings, and Vikings love to, like, pillage and plunder, and, you know, they, you know, the whole culture. And, like, this is something I really like about the series Vinland Saga, is it kind of deconstructs Viking culture. So essentially it's like in kind of like, which it has like some modern day allegory, right? Like there's this idea of, I think even today there's, you know, we have like, you know, I don't, again, I'm not trying to get too political. I'm just trying to, you know, analyze what, you know, Oda might be doing here. That's all. So I'm using some real life comparisons. King T says, Oda is the best writer I've ever seen tackle the concept of justice. Honestly, he's doing a really great job. Oda is super smart, and like every time I like get back to reading One Piece, I'm always like, and as the series goes on, I feel like the story he's weaving and like the narrative that he's weaving, whether he means it to have real life allegory or not, I imagine he does to some degree. Although he's, you know, clarified like, don't use my work as like a means to justify like, you know, like attacking police officers or something. You know, he's like, you know, he said that outright. Now, whether that's what he believes, I don't like deep in his heart, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to cover his own ass. Who knows? Maybe he actually does want a revolution. It's possible. I do feel that yeah, and that's the thing, is I'm just very curious to see where this will go. Because even the Revolutionary Army, for instance, like they don't think the Marines are inherently evil. They just think, or even the world government, they're mostly like, they have a problem with the world nobles and the system that like that propagates having these world nobles, essentially, right? Like everything is kind of like built from the top down because of the world nobles and the way they were able to, you know, win that war 800 years ago with the unknown Kingdom of D or Kingdom of D's nuts or whatever. And at the end of the day, the general, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, it's interesting that we've heard so much about the Viking, or excuse me, I'm going on so many tangents. I need to circle back again, but I think it's interesting, this idea of like, we actually, like, we hear so much about Elbaf being this like, you know, culture of like warriors and stuff, and like that they're so strong, they're like known the world, around the world, and like that kind of only gets like reinforced, I feel like, even in the flashbacks that we've seen with like Big Mom and stuff. But then we get here and we realize this is an idea of the past. Like the new the youngsters, most of them don't want to be warriors, except for like Gabon's son, right? Colin. The rest of them are like, no, like that's they're kind of woke, and like not even in a bad way. But it's funny in the essence of One Piece, because like we read One Piece because we want to see, interesting story developments, but also we want to see cool shonen fights and stuff, So it's like, what, you don't want to be warriors? What? So when we got here, I remember reading that and being like, what the fuck? This is lame, dude. But now I see what Oda's kind of getting at. Like he is showing, like, oh god, I really don't want to get too political here, but I feel like it's kind of hard not to right now. Like with specifically what's happening here. Like there's this almost like kind of like conservative, like super conservative, like idea being presented like through Eam and like this government that is trying to preserve the system that uplifts the celestial dragon and keeps everyone else subservient to that system. There's essentially, Eam comes in, like first he sends his gods knights to remedy the situation because they need the giants for whatever. I wonder if there's any other country that are trying to justify annexing other countries, that are run by traditionally Norse or kingdoms that were once considered under Norse protection way back, if you go back way in the past, and are basically like, yeah, we need to get back to the old way of like being strong and projecting force and like being warriors that are idolized and like strength is the only thing that matters. I wonder if Oda could be making a statement. God, come on. Is Oda predicting the fucking future? Like, holy shit. I feel like this is political allegory, okay? I'm not trying to get too political or like, make any of you feel uncomfortable with me like bringing this, but to me, I don't know. Like this feels really on the nose to me. And not even necessarily like for like a, America thing, right? Like, let's get off America. I do think the idea of like, kind of more like, it goes back to that fucking meme, like, hard times create like strong men, and then hard men create like soft times, and then soft times create soft men, and then soft men create hard times or whatever, which I think is kind of bullshit, to be honest. But it's interesting to see like there is a truth to that in some sense, and that, well, maybe not, I don't know, I don't want to overstate it, but I do think that what is being displayed here, in a sense, with like this, obviously these guys are old school, like the giant warrior pirates, because the younger generation isn't really about warriors, and like they're about knowledge and fucking schooling and learning like math and arithmetic and shit. Like they're trying to be like productive members in a peaceful society, not like this warring empire anymore. And that's why Loki's in jail, and because like he was trying to like bring that shit back, and it's why, despite the giant warrior pirates like no longer, like that they're still around, they're almost like aligned with like the government of what's it called, of Elbaf, right? Like they're friends with like, they're part of like, it feels like they're part of like the structure, especially since the king's death. Like they're a protective force almost. Like they literally took out fucking Captain Kidd and his crew with their Elbaf spear that blew their ship up. That was really sad. I wonder if Kidd will come back. Do you guys think, like, okay, don't tell me, obviously, this is as far as I've read, will Kidd return in this arc? Like, he is presumably just underwater somewhere, just off the coast of Elbaf. So I wonder, is he downstairs with, like, is him and Killer and maybe some of their crew members who survived having their ship destroyed, could they be downstairs right now with, like, in the same area as Loki, but just maybe, like, frozen somewhere? I don't know. Or did, like, they get medical treatment on Elbaf after they were sunk? Or are they just dead? I don't know. It would be really unlike Oda to just kill him, but I also can't put it past him either, so. Okay, so you guys get what I'm saying, though. Like, essentially, And this is one of the reasons I really like Vinland Saga. If you're not watching it or reading it, consider watching or reading it. The show's really good, and the manga's really good as well. Like, you can't go wrong with either medium for that show. They're both very, very well produced. The art is great. The story is awesome, and it's like really like this commentary on like masculinity in a way, almost, because like it's all about like, you know, how especially season 2, it's almost like people grow up, like Norsemen grow up being like, oh, like, you know, farming sucks, I want to be a fucking you know, like, building a productive society sucks, I want to be like a cool warrior man and like go out and be a badass. But like in Vinland Saga, it's all about like, no, like wanting that is fucking, you're like, you might want that because there's like the like a romantic nature to like we like, you know, violence can be interesting and it can be, you know, captivating, right? Like there are elements of, you know, fighting, you know, whether it be like I like combat sports. Like there are elements of fighting that are exciting, that are like, you know, like, and that it's why I love watching like shonen fucking anime and reading shonen manga and shit. And like I love like, you know, comic books and stuff. Like it's cool to see like people with like superpowers and or just like cool strong people battle it out. You know, that's interesting. But like war is a different thing, right? Like war is a different thing, and even though there was a time clearly where like, you know, there's a Colosseum in Rome where people would fucking kill each other for fucking sport, and so people would like cheer, and so like the Rome would make money from like selling tickets, and like, you know, it was like a big like cultural thing. Nowadays, that would be pretty barbaric to like make people fight against each other for sport, right? Like, and literally not fight against each other, but like literally murder each other for sport, right? That'd be kind of fucked up, you know, just a little bit. But essentially, like Vinland Saga is really interesting because it sort of starts us off like with that sort of thing being romanticized, even though there are characters like, it's not a fucking, war is not romantic, like it sucks, like it's gonna fucking hollow you out and you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life, all the like horrible things you do during it. And like it's about like kind of like Norsemen learning like actually like wanting to be a warrior and wanting to, you know, fight and kill people and go to Valhalla, like the highest like honor or whatever. It's like no, that's actually like in Vinland Saga, they literally portray Valhalla as like hell. Like Valhalla is hell. Like essentially, it's like it's just people fighting and killing each other and over and over again. Or like people who are killed by people, like in, you know, stuck in the cycle of violence, and it just like ruining everybody's life. And yeah, it's all about like kind of realizing like, no, like this shit is bullshit. We don't have to go to war unnecessarily. Like we don't, like warmongering is bad, okay? That's what I'm trying to, I think that's what Oda's trying to get at as well. But, and I think it's interesting because originally, like I was just going into this arc assuming that the Giants had a warrior culture and would still have a warrior culture and that their culture hadn't changed. But I think Oda's trying to do something allegorical here. He's trying to, you know, portray that, you know, as peaceful societies do, even if they were once warmongering societies, as pieces, you know, to some degree, like, established, you know, that, like, people no longer, and, like, as, like, kind of, like, modern media is able to inform us about the horrors of war around the world and the impacts of war, we more and more seek, I would say a lot of people seek peace because, like, why would we want to die prematurely if we don't have to, you know? Yeah, you know, that would suck. Or like, why should other people have to die prematurely if they don't have to? You know, it's fucked up. So, totally makes sense, like, to try to preserve peace, and it's cool. Now that I'm, like, seeing the bigger picture here, like, I'm not sure how far into the arc I am in the grand scheme of things, but I am starting to see, like, I think what Oda is sort of getting at with some of the themes here. And, like, specifically, there's theme of, like kind of idolizing warrior culture and like specifically the world government specifically wants the Giants because they are known as proud warriors and like almost like reveres them as like, he's like, you know, their worth is in their like battle hungriness, you know, it's like Invincible, you know, oh my god, I don't know if you guys have watched Invincible, that's a good show, excited for season 4, which I think is coming later this year, but it's another thing where it's like, you know, there's this like kind of like warrior culture and these like kind of you know, aliens essentially, and you know, kind of like breaking from the mold of that allows for people to like move beyond you know, what that means for themselves and their society. And in here it's also interesting to see like that like the government reveres like the giant's warrior nature, just as we have for most of the series been like, then those guys must be super badass. But now it's being flipped on its head, so it's almost like an uncomfortable truth to like the audience, because it's like, man, we also wanted like the giant warrior pirates. Like, at least that's how I feel. Like, I've been wanting to see like their cool warrior culture, man. I've been like super like about it, but now Oda's doing something like with way more depth, and I find that like super interesting, and I'm loving it. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, Oda, and I should probably start reading because I've been talking for like 20 fucking, for like, I don't know, what, almost 40 minutes. And we're on page 1. But yeah, it's just interesting. I like what he's gotten at here. I think this is neat, you know? It's like almost like our expectations being turned on its head by the fact that this warrior culture coming back is actually not the good thing we thought it would be. And like now we're left here feeling like, at least I feel like uneasy. I'm like, why did I want that in the first place? And obviously it's because you want to see cool fights and like cool battles and whatnot. But at the same time, like there is like part of me that's like, shit, like I thought it was lame when the kids were like scolding them, but now it's like, now that it's being presented in this way, it's like, oh shit, yeah, warrior culture kind of sucks, doesn't it? Anyway, I've been talking for so long, holy shit. One Piece, AOT, and Vinland Saga all handle the concept of freedom differently. I think it's so interesting, and I think it's also cool that Wit Studios wanted to animate all 3 of those mangas. That's very true, and you know what? I wonder if that says anything about Wit specifically. Perhaps like they're, you know, perhaps that's the type of series that they like to present in their, you know, like through the animation. Like maybe it's a value. Like these stories have values that they get behind, and I appreciate like these are One Piece, AOT, and Vinland Saga. Besides like maybe Berserk, are like basically my favorite like stories out of Japan, at least. Like those are like my favorite manga for sure, or my favorite like Japanese, what would you say, like IPs, for sure. Like, but yeah, so that's a great point, King T. Anyway, let's get on with the chapter. I'm sorry I took such a fucking detour and I went on so many tangents. Holy shit. The elder we all idolize is just a broken old man now. That's why it's up to us to put him out to pasture. And after that, we will reign as kings. Elbaf has no need for idols or gods. Interesting. So it's like almost like they brought like the darkest parts of like these guys' personality out, like the part of them that is 100% warrior with like no compassion, no, like maybe no honor either, you know, no honor, or maybe, or like a toxic side of honor, like, but the elder we like, so he's like, because he's broken and old, he doesn't deserve to live. Like, this is why I compared it to Invincible. Like with Invincible, the Viltrumites, kind of like the Kryptonians of that universe, essentially are like also come from a warrior culture that like pulls their own kind, and essentially like if someone like is too weak to, you know, survive or defeat their enemy, they essentially didn't deserve to live at all, basically. And that's how they see other societies as well. It's like if they're not as strong as us, if they're not as like capable as us, why should, you know, they need someone to lead them, essentially, right? Strength is all that's valued. And there's an honor element to that, you know, the honor of a warrior, but it's like a toxic type of honor, because honor would be like, hey, maybe don't kill the guy you all like admire just because he's fucking old and over the hill, right? That's why it's up to us to put him out to pasture, and after that, we will reign as kings. Elbaf has no need for idols or gods. Because like that's the part that's interesting to me. The fact that they're saying Elbaf has no need for idols or gods, I assume he's referring to the sun god, but also like him saying or gods, like him including gods in there, like I think Im and the celestial dragons see themselves as gods. So I think this is actually maybe not them acting in subservience to Im. Obviously they're obeying a command. It's like almost like Im brought out like the worst elements of their nature. Like it's like that's why I see that they have some agency right now, and that, you know, this is like or more or less manipulating their sensibilities by bringing out like their darkest parts of their soul, like their shadow selves, if you will. It is time to call forth a new era of war, an age ruled by the strong. Yeah, so he's clearly doing a thing here. He's clearly doing some themes. How can you say that? This isn't you. what the hell happened to you guys? Isn't it not? Is it not them? I don't know. It sounds like something that they would have said like back in the day. But maybe I'm stereotyping giants. Maybe I'm being giantist or prejudiced towards giants by presuming what their values would be based on their reputation. Alone. How can you say that? Okay, so this isn't like you. What the hell happened to you guys? Stay back, Kashi. They flipped. They're not the same people anymore. Interesting. So they're trying to get them out of there. They become pitch black demons, right down to their core. No way! Okay, and that guy who's trying to send Kashi away looks like he's about to get transformed as well. Tall Man! His name was Tall Man. What the fuck, bro? Okay, so some zapping things are happening. Damn it, I'm stuck! So, okay, what is happening? Why is there a Go board here? Who's playing Go? What? Okay. Damn it, I'm stuck! No, wait, stop. I don't want to flip too! Okay, so it looks like you can flip the white piece to a black piece? Is that like a... I don't know. I've never played Go. I don't know the rules. I don't know how that pertains to the rules of Go, or if it does. I used to read Hikari no Go when I was younger. It's like a manga about like a Go player and his imaginary friend. It's honestly pretty good, and the art's good. And I feel like I learned a little bit about Go by reading that, but I also didn't read it from the start, so it's possible I missed some of the rules. Okay, so this guy gets flipped, and now he looks scary too. Oh my god. Okay. I feel amazing. Tall Man, you fall back. Okay, so now they're running away. Looks like Kashi's kind of the one who's he's our emotional core to this scene. Like, he's the one who is disappointed in his his idols, Dory and Brogy, his captains, and they're fully they're basically fully gone down the path of warmongers essentially now. With no, they just, the rule of the strong is what they want, the survival of the fittest. We're in a bad position here. It seems the enemy took down Gibbon too. What? No way, that's impossible. Wait for me, Colin. Yasan was, okay, she's asking the question, did he really get taken down? Because that's fucking nuts. Mama's coming to save you. Fuck yeah. I want to see her fight. I forget her name. Branch 8. Okay, so we're still seeing the kids walking and they're sleeping. They're devils now. The giant warrior pirates have become complete demons. Oh, they're dreaming about demons because they're hearing people say demons. Uh-oh. That's not good. Nightmare Fissure. Who knows where that is? I guess it's where the nightmares have to be spit out of when they're created. By our boy, the Dragon Man. The giraffe-looking guy. Okay, so now they're creating a bunch of demons. They look like Heartless from Kingdom Hearts a little bit. Very cool. So someone's blowing a horn. Oh, is it the guy? The guy who transformed them? Or the guy who can take people out of their... Yeah, it might be it looks like the guy, the Dragon Man. I wonder if that's his face, because he has a big, long, snout type of thing. I wonder if that's him blowing his face, weirdly, or if that's actually him blowing a horn. Rise up! Death means nothing to you! Okay, so the Ghost Man gets up. He's okay, so he can revive the ones who've been defeated. And this one, basically put its face back on, and put the top of its head back on, because it got punched into pieces. Wahaha! That's right, wake up, come to life. Okay, yeah, because this guy was getting chewed out last chapter by Eam for for having some of his imagination monsters fall. And now he's no, I can bring them back. They're not done yet. They're basically invincible. Elbaf's nightmare will never end. I mean, this is crazy. Oh, so this is what the guy looks like when he's not transformed. Badass design. Holy shit. He reminds me of that punk girl from the Marines, the one with the fucking doll, I think her name is, right? He kind of has he looks like he could be Daw's brother. Also, he has sharp teeth. Is he a fish man? That'd be weird. It'd be weird for him to be a fish man, right? Although he does have a trident. So, okay, let's figure out what this guy's deal is. Super cool design so far. Things are really heating up. No holding back now. That is no holding back now that a certain someone's shown up. Okay, so now he's done the partial transformation. Quillingham is his name. Dude, fuck, they made his design so fucking cool. Holy shit. Rampage to your heart's content, my dream demons. Oh, he looks like a mythical fucking creature. He's looking badass. He's got a cool, like, weird trident that's, like, weirdly shaped, but okay. St. Quillingham, mythical dragon fruit model, Quillin, hybrid form. Okay. Interesting. That's why they call him Quillingham, because of his model form, or his dragon model. Elbaf, this is your doing. You brought these monsters into the world. I mean, fuck you. That's some gaslighting bullshit, you fucking freak. You're the one who did that. Okay, but this guy, sick design. Sick villain. Looks cool as fuck. Cool-ass devil fruit. Has a fucking horn. Is like a cool centaur man now. Badass. Like, such a cool character. Loving his transform design was very strange, and he was introduced kind of almost as like a silly character. But now that we see him, he looks pretty intense. Is it me, or are there even more of them now? Okay, so Nami and the gang all tied up. Things have really spiraled out of control. Yeah, dude, Jinbei, you're pretty nonchalant considering how fucking bad things are. Master Dory, Master Brogy! Okay, so Usopp is trying to appeal. Dude, Usopp, you gotta do something cool, man. You gotta do something cool this arc. This is your arc. You gotta be the guy who saves the giants. Who liberates the giants from their, Eames servitude or whatever. Or Eames control. This is your homeland. What the hell are you doing? Open your eyes. And Usopp is kind of like, he's all about like he idolizes the giants and like their honorable approach to life and to fighting and exploring and just being manly. Like he loves them, and now he's seeing the dark side of that. So he's kind of like almost like an audience stand-in in that way. That's interesting. How can you bear turning into something with no pride at all? So he doesn't see it the way they're seeing it. Like they have like the warrior's pride, and it's all like warped, where they're like, yeah, like, or it's been almost like turned on its head by Eam, or like toxified by Eam, and now it's like we got to kill someone because he's no longer capable of being like the strong warrior we once knew him as. He's over the hill. He's no longer strong enough to survive. And he's like, that's fucked up. Like, that's someone you revered. Like, how dare you, like, target, your home. Like, you're doing something, like, where's your pride as a warrior? Usopp, show them what it means to be a fucking warrior, bro. Oda, make that shit happen. Make Usopp great again. Okay. How can you bear turning into something with no pride at all? Okay. Damn it, we could save the children. Damn it, we couldn't save the children. No wonder Saul failed to stop them. Okay, so the kids are guarded by monsters and invisible thorns. Oh, shit. Oh, so a lot of people got fucked up trying to save them. That makes sense. Bent, Yilva! As if I could pass out now. Oh, so Bent. So that's Bent and Yulva's mom. Moms, presumably. Okay, so moms are gonna get this shit done, dude. As if I could pass out now. I swear I'm coming to save you. Just wait for me. Based. Badass. Giant mom. Okay, so dude, the Gods Knights all have sick designs. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Look at this parade. Even Zoe is there. What the fuck? Who imagined Zoe? So we got Zoe, we got a dragon, we got a giant wolf man who's like walking on his hind legs. We got a weird rabbit looking thing. What? We got Eam standing above them all. And we got the giants marching towards like the civilization, marching towards like the big town with the castle where Ja Rule is, right? My lord, how far are we to take this? The board is already covered in our color. The board? Oh, okay, so like these nightmares are made of pure malice. Okay, interesting. If we let them rage, they'll eventually destroy themselves. Press on until it shatters. Until what shatters? The spirit of Elbaf. Had Harald not blundered in that critical hour. Ooh, so we're going to get some Harald lore. Good. I've been wanting some of that. So we're getting more information. Had Harald not blundered in that critical hour, this nation would long have been beneath my rightful dominion. Oh, interesting. What does that mean? So Harald blundered in some way. Maybe he was defeated. Maybe Harald was considering joining the world government, and that's why Loki killed them. Dude, that would make fucking so much sense. It would actually make Loki like kind of a cool guy. And it would also make sense as to like why, you know, the Giants maybe just misunderstood why Loki did what he did. Okay, this nation would have long been beneath my rightful dominion. Okay. A few minutes earlier, the realm of the dead. Ah, okay, so someone fell down. Oh, Chopper and Gabon. Okay. Oh, that's Chopper, because Gabon's knocked out. Ah! I jumped without thinking. He's just following. Yeah, I was like, Chopper, do you have a plan? Like when he jumped after him. And Chopper, I like that Chopper's having some agency. He's doing his own thing. That's great. Like, give Chopper, like, interesting shit to do. Like, the reason people don't fuck with Chopper that much is because oftentimes he's just, like, playing support or, like, not doing something very interesting. But he clocked right away that Gabon was able to damage the God's Knights. And he's like, we need to know what that guy's doing. Like, he clocked it, because Chopper is fucking smart. Okay. I jumped without thinking. Wait, I gotta stay calm. I can do this. I can't let him die. Is he running on air? Is he pulling a Luffy right now? Whoa! Wait, what? It looks like his legs are moving on the... Wait, is he like a fucking Santa's reindeer? Is he about to do like a Santa's reindeer fly? That would be kind of crazy. Maybe, just like Luffy doesn't know the extent of his powers, maybe it's the same for what's his name? For Chopper as well. Maybe there is some element of his power. Maybe he hasn't awakened it yet. And maybe there's elements of his power that he just didn't know that he had. Or maybe he doesn't know exactly which devil fruit it is. It could be human fruit. We don't know what model it is. It could just be regular human. Could be human something else. Only time will tell. Guard point! Okay, so he tried to outrun it, and then he guard pointed when he got to the bottom to you know, catch himself and Gabon. Okay, cool. Guard point. Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Good job, Chopper. MVP. If you want to hear about it, get on your knees, Hajrudin. You killed my father, Loki. He was my dad, too. And look what you did to your own parent. And look what you did to your own parent. Stop it, Hajrudin. Hey, Chopper just fell down. Huh? I heard a noise, but did you see him? You're right. Something definitely just fell down here. No, so they're all eating. I feel like Oda is intentionally showing, you know, Loki and Luffy kind of being similar to each other. You know, I think Loki's going to become an ally. That'd be pretty cool. You're right. Something definitely just fell down here. It's just past the bridge. How did I know it was Chopper? Someone's with him, but they're hurt. Wait, so he's like, wait, how did I know it was Chopper? Wait, so is he wondering, is this like a voice of all things type of thing? Where you can like identify whose voice it is from far away or something? Something serious must be happening if they fell all the way from the realm of the sun. Let's go find them right away. Nice. Okay. Hey, Gerd. Hey, Gerd and Goldberg. Is there anything you want us to fetch on the way? Like someone's head or some jewels? Or some jewels? There's something I want. No, Loki, we're not going to set you free. Okay. No need to be so serious. Ring ring. Hello, Loki? Whoa! Mosa. Mosa? Who's Mosa? Okay, so we don't know who Mosa is as far as I'm aware. Unless it's going to be a reveal. God's Bellic, how you doing, my friend? It's me again. I'm ahead of you now. Oh, shit. Nice. So you can finally watch the stream and, like, not feel, like you're going to get spoiled, I would hope. I mean, we might get a few chapters in, so we'll see. It's been really slow going. I've been talking a lot. But okay. Hello, Loki. Whoa! Mumble, mumble. Mosa, I'm busy. Let's chat later. I'll be quick. I have my hands full here, too. I just have one thing to say. Huh? Fine, just keep your voice down. Earlier, I didn't get the chance to tell you before, but the truth is, it looks like I'm not going to be able to use a transponder snail for a while. What? Did something happen? At first, I was just scared, but before I knew it, I found our conversations to be a calming experience, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. Huh. I wonder who he's talking to. That's why I wanted to thank you. What is this? Is something happening to you? You didn't. That nasty business didn't crop up again, did it? So, okay, there's a bunch of vague bullshit. We don't know what the hell's going on. I'm on... Oh, okay. I'm on 1167. Okay, so we're not going to catch up. I'm not going to catch up to where you are today. So, yeah, you're good, man. So, hope you stick around. Okay. It's okay. Don't worry about me. Is that place... Thank you for everything you've done till now. Okay, so Mosa has, like, a good relationship with Loki, whoever Mosa is. And they're having a cryptic conversation. Wait! Hey, Mosa! Okay, so it looks like Loki has someone that he cares about, whoever that might be. Beep, beep. Damn! What are you looking at? It's nice to know that you somehow found a friend to lean on in the realm of the dead. Don't you dare tell anyone! Interesting, okay. Gerd, you have to treat him. It's Yasan. So, okay, so maybe this is just setting up that there's another person in the realm of the dead. Mosa. I'm trying to think of what that could be short for. Is it Captain Kidd? I wonder. It would be interesting if Kidd was around. Gerd, you have to treat him. It's Yasan. Huh? So this old timer's popular around here, huh? Good job saving him, Chopper. Nice. What? He. Oh, this is Chopper being, like, cute, like when he gets complimented by somebody, he's like, oh, you know, it was no big deal, like he's a tsundere, kind of. What? It was nothing special. Praising me doesn't make me happy or anything, Baka. I'm on 1167. Captain Kidd isn't Shaggy. I beg to differ. But anyway, let's see. So this old timer's popular around here. Praising me doesn't make me happy or anything, you jerk. What? This old man? You're saying he was on the Pirate King's crew? That means he was on the same ship as Roger and Rayleigh. He served as one of the Pirate King's wings, alongside Dark King Rayleigh. He was probably their third strongest member. What? He really was a big shot pirate then, huh? No wonder he was tough. So Shags must know him too. He just moved. I think he's trying to say something. Yasan, what is it? I was second. Okay. So it's like Zoro Sanji shit, where he's like, no, I was the second strongest, actually. Thank you very much. He just moved. I think he's trying to say something. Yasan, what is it? I was second. He just couldn't let that slide. He had to come back from the dead just to say that, even if that's his last words. He couldn't let that comment slide. Yasan, I'm glad you're awake. What could put a man like him in this condition? That's right. Things up there are bad, Luffy. We need you guys. Okay, so Chopper's filling them in. They've taken the kids hostage. There's only a handful of enemies, but nobody can even make them budge. A bunch of enormous monsters are running amok, too. Oh shit, and then we see, like, fucking Conqueror's Hockey lightning just strike through the sky. And on top of all that, ugh, hey now, this hockey is... Okay, so he can feel it. Oh shit, so does Gabon have history with Eam? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, since he was in the Pirate King's crew. It's definitely possible they faced off with Eam before in the past. Ugh, hey now, this hockey is... Eek! This is... Everybody, we need to get a lift up to the Sun Realm right now. Elbaf is in danger. Okay, so Hajradin. Chopper, that's enough. I've got this. Okay, so it was Luffy saying, I've got this. Nice. What could be the source of this ridiculous burst of hockey? Doga, haha, you guys really will need my power now. They're finally ready to go. Okay, so is Loki gonna join the fray? I hope so. I hope so. Alright, next chapter. Let's get into it. Okay, chapter 1152, An Awful Day. Okay, so this is Kawamatsu's new hat, because his hat was looking pretty beat up in the previous, in one of the previous, I think it was just last chapter. Yeah, this was made by Otama, and she's from the basket weaving village, and they make these cool hats. They made Ace, famously had one made for oars, or made one for oars, because he learned how to make one probably from Tama. Onichild Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 36. Oh, and it looks like these two are still, Pepe and Page One and Ulti are still hanging out with Yamato. Yamato is massive. I didn't realize how much bigger they were than the rest of these people. But also, Kawamatsu is fucking massive as well. Even though he looks like a Pokemon. Onichild Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 36, Delivery Complete. Kawamatsu, Daimyo of Hakumai. Oh, so have all of the scabbards become daimyos, I wonder. I mean, that would make sense. Like, they would deserve the position. Daimyo of Hakumai, and I know Raizo is a daimyo as well, receives Otama's hat. Interesting. Okay. Let's hurry to the lift. Normal hockey emanates from the realm of the sun. Yeah, okay, I love that the hockey going off is like kind of meant to be like almost like something crazy is going on up there. We just don't know what it is yet. Like, we know Eam is involved. It's probably Eam, but what they're doing to make like that kind of hockey, like lightning just strike through the upper tree level and into like the realm of the dead, that in and of itself is like cause for concern. And I bet we're gonna get up there and almost like some time will have passed and we'll see like, oh shit, like things are even dire than we thought. It's a good device that Oda's using here. I'm not sure what it would be called, but it's cool. Not the device, the lift, the device, the narrative device of like kind of cutting back and forth between what's happening upstairs and down and up, up in the realm of the sun versus the realm of the dead or whatever. Gerd, we'll leave this sick sack of filth in your care. Got it. Be careful. I shall dedicate all my might to this, Gerd Tasso. Okay, cool. So we got this guy who's gonna fight. That's cool. Hajradin, move it. Okay, nice. Let's get going. Okay, so Hajradin, big player, him and his crew. I better stay too, Luffy. Yasan's wounds are too severe. We can't move him yet. Got it. I'll leave it to you. Hey, Straw Hat, Luffy. Okay, so, be mindful of the way you use Conqueror's Haki. Those guys are by no means immortal. Thanks, you can count on me. I'll save Colin and his friends no matter what. So, okay, so this is interesting. So it looks like, so he's saying those guys are by no means immortal. So he's, giving him a clue. And he's saying, like, keep in mind, like, think about how you use your Conqueror's Haki. Like, you can damage these guys. You just need to, like, find the way to do it. And it would be cool if they had a little training arc with Yasan, but I understand he's in a bad... I like that unlike with Rayleigh, who is always kind of like... I don't want to say Rayleigh was a Deus Ex Machina, because I don't think he is. He was introduced in an interesting way, and whenever he comes in to save the Straw Hats or to save somebody, it's always... it feels earned, right? Like, it feels, like, cool. But he is kind of... Rayleigh is sort of a get-out-of-jail-free card. Like, even Blackbeard ran when he saw him, which is crazy. Like, it would have been interesting to see Blackbeard actually have to fight Rayleigh. And Rayleigh actually... and, like, Rayleigh said himself, like, even at my age, I don't think I could have taken him. Or at least not could have beaten him, But it's interesting. And then God's Bellic says, do you think Kid is alive? I Do I think he is? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I want him to be, because I like Kid as a character, and it'd be cool if he was involved in the arc. Like, he's a cool character. I'd like him to get more exploration, and he's a power player. So him being here would give our heroes like more of a fighting chance. I think it would be interesting, and he has Conqueror's Haki, unlike Law. So him, at least as far as we know. So him being here and kind of having like another person with Conqueror's Haki besides, obviously this guy, Luffy, Zoro, and Gaban, Luffy, and Zoro, like him being in the fray and having Conqueror's Haki as well would put them in an interesting position. It would almost like balance the scales maybe a little bit, but we'll see. How would he live though? He died on the water. I mean, I'm not caught up, so Oda has saved 1 million people who we thought were dead. Oda never kills anyone. I don't know if you've noticed this. Not to say he never kills anyone, but it's pretty rare for him to kill like a big character, right? People have been hurt as badly as Kid was hurt and survived many times. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. We'll just have to see what happens. If he was to come back, I would assume it'd be an Elbaf because, he's I don't know, because he's a guy. He was like knocked out right outside of Elbaf. I'd better say too, Luffy, Yasan's wounds are too severe. We can't move him yet. Got it. I'll leave it to you. Okay, so he's, thanks, you can count on me. I'll save Colin and his friends no matter what. Gaban, that just made it click for me. I wasn't able to put it into words before. My own power. Oh shit. I'm the only one left who's faced these knights before. I know I can beat them. Oh shit, so does he have Conqueror's Haki too? So interesting, him saying that about Conqueror's Haki. I'm the only one left who's faced these knights before. I know I can beat them. Interesting, okay. Free me and take me with you, Hajrudin. I mean, at this point, you might as well. Like, obviously he's a wild card, but like, you need his help. And it sounds like he's fought these guys before because he's a known element to them. They know who he is, and they recognize his strength because they asked him to join. So, yeah, that's interesting. Like I'd ever take you with us. There's another in your group who uses Conqueror's Haki. There's another in your group who uses Conqueror's Haki? Is it me? I knew it. With how things were going, Mosshead and Jinbei were about to usurp me. You there, swordsman. Your body seems to be growing accustomed to it. Oh shit, okay. So he was talking past Sanji. Oh, Sanji. No, Sanji, come on. I think Sanji will develop it. It would be pretty surprising if he didn't. Because it's clearly like they're, the wings of Roger, Gaban and Rayleigh can both use Conqueror's Haki. If Sanji's going to be the wings, I think Oda's making like a joke at Sanji's expense. Like, with the way things are going, like Sanji was described as one of the wings of the Pirate King along with Zoro. So it would be pretty, and he's got a strong will, he's a badass. It would make sense for him to gain Conqueror's Haki as well. It will be Sanji soon enough, I hope so. But also, be careful with spoilers. I know you're a little ahead of me. But it wouldn't be that big of a spoiler because I expect him to get it at some point. All the Power of Love users have Color of Kings Haki. Yeah. That's so true, bro. That's so true. I knew it with how things were going. I knew it with how things were going. Mosshead and Jinbei were about to usurp me. You there, swordsman. Your body seems to be growing accustomed to it. I have Conqueror's Haki? Right, because he didn't really know what he did back in Wano. What? You didn't know? It's been oozing off of you. So wait, even Luffy was able to tell. How absurd. Haki is a power that must be understood and tamed. Your captain is one of the 4 emperors. You should be meticulous if you intend to have his back. That's so funny that Gibbon is like, you fucking fuck up. Like, you need to be training, bro. What happened to the Zoro who trained, man? We used to see him training all the time. Garp, Gibbon, and soon Sanji. Yep. Oh, I forgot. Did Gibbon use a love attack? He might have. Maybe I just forgot. But yeah, I mean, he's like proto Sanji, right? How absurd! Haki is a power that must be understood and tamed. Your captain is one of the 4 emperors. I like him taking Zora to task. That's funny. You should be meticulous if you intend to have his back. My bad. Hey, old man, what about me? Hajrudin, you're pathetic. You'd rather sit back and let these outsiders save our homeland? I'm right here. Use me. Okay, interesting. So Sanji and him are both yelling. So wait, why is Sanji shown here? That's interesting. Like, that's such a random panel for Sanji to be in. Unless this is a double-page spread that was split up. Who's to say you won't side with the government? You could easily stab Elbaf in the back again. Just like you did on that day. How can you expect me to trust you? I feel like we're going to get some more information about the king and, like, why Loki took him out. Because I feel like the fact that the Eam was talking about his blunder from, like, 40 years ago, or however long ago it was. Did he say 40 years ago? If it's 40 years ago, I wonder if it has something to do with rocks. Because, like, I thought the king only died, like, 10 years ago. Or was killed by Loki only, like, 10 years ago. But maybe I'm wrong. I might just be forgetting. Hajrudin, hurry! We can we can let the casualties pile up. We can't let the casualties pile up anymore. Hey, Loki. Okay, so Luffy's saying something. Join my crew. What? Oh man, the classic Luffy moment. I mean, that'd be fun. I don't think Loki's gonna join your crew, bro. Maybe a begrudging ally, but I don't think he's gonna join. This would be a great thumbnail though. So I do like this. If he does, then you can't complain. If I free him, right, Hajrudin? Okay, so he's trying to do a loophole. That makes sense. Okay, so Hajrudin's like, the fuck? Because Hajrudin's technically sort of like at least part of Luffy's allied forces, right? So his brother's becoming a crew member. Huh? Get real, Luffy. There's no way we'd fit him on the ship. Yeah, think of the food supplies. He eats even more than you do. I like that. That's a really funny Zoro and Sanji panel. Elbaf doesn't seem to want him, but he seems okay to me. Besides, if he tries anything, I can always beat him up. Don't mess with me, you runt. There's no way I'm becoming your underling. You're going off your gut, huh? Straw Hat? I can't wait to see how he fights. Okay, so Luffy's like, he's like the giants upstairs. He just wants war. He's a warmonger at heart. But no, I mean, he's more like me. He just wants to see how cool something is. That's why he gets star eyes whenever Frankie does a laser beam. They could pull him up behind the ship. Yeah, or maybe he can do what San Juan Wolf does and just walk next to the ship. But he has no devil fruit, so that probably wouldn't be very good for him. Maybe they need a bigger ship. Sorry, Sonny. We need to upgrade. Hajrudin, what are you doing? The lift's ready to go. I'm coming now. Sorry, Straw Hat. Loki is a condemned criminal in Elbaf. I can't just hand him over to you. Really? Hajrudin, release Loki. Oh, shit. Okay. Gabon saying it, and he's saying it like it's an order. Like, he's like, you fucking piece of shit, listen to what I have. He's like literally like saying it as directly as possible, release him. Because they need him. They need Loki to even the playing field. What? What was that, Yasun? 14 years ago, Loki murdered 113 members of the Castle Guard. He left Elder Ja Rule at the brink of death. Oh shit, that was the sword in his head? Killed his own father in cold blood. He's the worst criminal our country's ever known. Okay, so interesting. I know, but on that day, I felt a strange emanation of Haki coming from OS Castle. So he was there on that day, 14 years ago. Shanks and I went there to investigate. Looking back, it's possible we didn't have the whole story. Oh shit, so he went to investigate, but he's saying that there's like conflicting facts, like almost like Loki was convicted without, based on the facts that were available or noticeable to most people. But these guys did like their own investigation and potentially came to a different conclusion. That's pretty interesting. You went to the castle? What the? Wait, did you just say? And that's interesting because that's where we first met Gibbon, is at the castle. Yasan, yeah, Yasan has been on Elbaf for 20 years. Oh shit, okay. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense as to why Colin is, his son, he's 20 years old. So, and it's interesting that Shanks went with him as well. You went to the castle? What the? Wait, did you just say Shanks? Stanson, I'm sorry, go ahead without me. Zoro, Sanji, I'll catch up in a bit. Okay, interesting. So they're about to hear the story from Giban's lips. So Giban is gonna, Scopper Giban is making a case on the, making a case for Loki. So making a case for Loki to Hajrudin. Hajrudin, at the end of the day, has the choice of whether to release him or not. But, at the end of the day, it looks like he's not just ordering him, Giban's trying to convince him that this is a good idea. And that, the facts of the case might be wrong. This dumb Shanks thing again. Zoro's always shitting on Luffy. That's so funny. I didn't realize Zoro hated Shanks so much. Probably because he's a swordsman and he doesn't fuck with that. Hey, don't call Shanks dumb. He means you're the dumb one. Interesting. So Sanji and Zoro, they've been getting along. There's been a few panels now of them basically being on the same page, just trying to rein Luffy in a little bit. Zoro, Sanji, I'll catch up in a bit. So the fact that Shanks is involved, Luffy wants to stick around with Hajrudin and Loki to hear more of the story. Giban. So interesting. Loki didn't expect him to vouch for him. Hajrudin, who else can get him talking? You may have had different mothers, but you're still... Hajrudin, who else can get him talking? You may have had different mothers, but you're still brothers. You have 3 minutes to explain, Loki. Okay, so Hajrudin's giving him a chance. Tell me what happened in the castle 14 years ago. If you truly consider yourself a warrior of Elbaf, swear on our gods that what you say is the truth. That's cruel, brother. I mean, this guy's, looks like the Joker. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him. Though he does have some Luffy-esque tendencies, so maybe there's something more to him than his kind of like sinister aura would give off, You really want me to relive that day? I don't want to remember. It was an awful day. Look up in the sky. Oh shit. Oh shit. So we're getting the flashback. Nice. Nice. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Doji, what's up, my dude? How you doing? Good to see you. You're just in time. We're getting into some deep lore shit. So, getting some Loki backstory. And potentially what happened 14 years ago between him and his father, King Harald. So, good timing. Ooh, flashback time. Yes, dude. I'm actually so excited for this. This is going to be fucking awesome. That's cruel, brother. You really want me to relive that day? I don't want to remember. It was an awful day. So that's interesting. And he seems like he's actually affected by it as well. He's putting like his hand like this. Unless he's just putting on an act, but I don't think Oda would do that. Look up in the sky. 14 years ago. Doga, ooh, it's Loki. Prince Loki has returned. Elder Ja Rule just arrived too. 14 years ago, Elbaf, OS Castle. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize these guys are about the same size, it looks like, Ja Rule and Loki. He summoned you too, Loki? Oh, and look at all the giants here. They're so much smaller than these two. That's interesting. He summoned you too, Loki? Loki? Something like that. This is my family's home, You seem, well, old man. You seem well, old man. You haven't grown sick of life yet. Quiet, you. So maybe he wasn't summoned. Maybe he just showed up. The king is in the audience chamber. Excuse me, everybody. Okay. I wonder what he wants. It's hard to care about the whims of a government dog. Oh, shit. So, when he says government dog, I always thought Elbaf was independent of the world government, because we know Loki was set to marry. It's so funny seeing Loki, seeing what a fucking Sigma mad lad he is, and be like, this guy wanted to marry Sigma mad, he wanted to marry what's her name? Fucking Lola. Sorry, buddy. Capone Capone cucked him. Capone cucked him. Capone cucked Loki. Capone, pretty based of him, not gonna lie. Oh no, actually, sorry, Capone's married to I wonder what Loki saw in our girl. In Lola. No, Lola actually married Gotti, didn't she? No, not Gotti. Yeah, Gotti. Gotti, the guy with the machine gun arm from the Capone Pirates. Or the Fire Tank Pirates, excuse me. I wonder what he wants. It's hard to care about the whims of a government dog. But the thing is, yeah, I know that Elbaf generally hasn't been subservient to the world government, and that something happened that maybe they were looking to be, and it looks like Loki thinks he's a government dog at least, so this is interesting. He sold out to the people who killed Rox. If that's oh, interesting. So it happened after Rox was dead. So this happened within the last, 40 years or something. He sold out to the people who killed Rox, right, because he looks up to Rox. Hell yeah. If that's the direction Elbaf's heading, then I'll oppose it. You're being loud. I'm too old for this stuff. Politics is a young man's game. And, I don't know about that. Tell that to, our fucking... Tell that to the entire government of the United States. The entire federal government, anyway. Interesting. Okay. We're in the mess. We're in this mess because you keep spouting that kind of nonsense. Now we've got a whole generation of peace-addled brats who can't even hold a weapon. Interesting. So he's kind of... I do like his big hammer. Because, oh, it's the Thor's hammer thing. It's the Mjolnir type of looking thing. Sick. We're in this because of you spouting that kind of nonsense. Now we've got a whole generation of peace-addled brats who can't even hold a weapon. Interesting. Interesting that... I makes sense that Loki has that perspective. He's a... Oh, never mind. That's just a sign of the times. It's nice to know that my great-great-grandchildren won't see combat. They want peace. Coward. It's your duty to whip them into shape. So we talked about this a lot before. Loki's part of the kind of toxic Viking culture, essentially, is how I would interpret it. But, maybe he learned a lesson, or maybe he will learn a lesson through this experience in this arc. Coward, it's your duty to whip them into shape. What's that sound? It's coming from the throne room. Oh, shit. Oh, dude. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. I have a theory. Before we get too far in, my theory is that who kind of told Loki to tell them this story, right? The story of what happened 14 years ago. It was Gibbon. What happened with Gibbon this last 2 chapters? Gibbon fell down. He got patched up by Gerd and Chopper. He tells Luffy and Zoro, you guys have conquerors hockey, be excellent, be based, you can fight these guys. But more important than that, he also notices the hockey lightning from the Sun Realm. And what does he say? He says, "Oh shit, this again?" He knows who this is. He knows whose hockey this is. He knows it's Eam, right? So he said that it now, and then he's the one who told them, I went to look at the castle 14 years ago. Maybe what's about to happen here is that Eam is going to come through and turn all King Harold and all of the giants here into the reverse version of themselves, demons or whatever. And maybe that's why Loki ends up killing all of them. And then he got framed because he actually did it, but it's because and Loki says that he already knows he's had to fight the God's Knights before. So I feel like that fact alone shows that we're about to get some information that recontextualize, and as most One Piece flashbacks do, we're going to get a recontextualization that will show that Loki was actually fighting for the best, at least what he thought was the best interest of Elbaf, not in the sense that killing his father was the best interest, but that his father was literally put under the government's thumb in the sense that was being controlled by Eam. So that could be interesting. Thank you for coming, Elder Ja Rule. Elder Ja Rule. Loki, young master, it's a pleasure to have you back, of course. Oh shit. Well, let me just consult with the king. He summoned me. He summoned me, and this is my home. Open up, you idiot. So Loki's just fucking kicked this man in the fucking face for no reason. And he's so much bigger than the other giants. It's crazy. They're like up to his like waist. And not even. They're up to like his probably like his balls. But Ja Rule is the same size. That's cool. They're the biggest boys besides maybe King Harald. Open up, idiot. Ah, young master, violence is... Oh, and he kicks the door open. Shit. Old man, I'm back. And then they all... Your Majesty! And he's got all these swords sticking out of him. What? Your Majesty, what? So, wait, are they... So they're all these giants, and they've all probably been turned by Loki. All these giants, guards, have stabbed... Wait, so what I want to know is how did this... If Fallbeard... Or, sorry, if... Is it Mountbeard or Fallbeard? I think it's Mountbeard. If Ja Rule was there, and he saw this, then, like, what the fuck? Why did they blame Loki? What? Harald! What the hell are you doing? Okay, so he's freaking out. He's freaking out. He's freaking out right there. So he was clearly impacted by this. It emotionally impacted Loki. That his father was fucking stabbed by his own... I mean, it's like 100,000 cuts. Like, they're all stabbing him at once. With, like, glaives. With, like, Whitebeard-style glaives. That's kind of cool, actually, that they all have those weapons. But, like, this is crazy. It's like... This feels like a... Like Caesar getting stabbed by, like, the Senate type of thing. Realm of the Sun. Gibon's house. What a staggering view. Interesting. Realm of the Sun. Gibon's house. Okay. Or maybe he was flipped by... and that's why they stabbed him. But why did Loki get blamed for it? Realm of the Sun, Gibon's house. Oh, this is Gibon's house. Cool. And it actually overlooks the castle. That's wild. What a staggering view. This is the best, right? It's been a... oh, and back then, he still had his arm. Because this was, what, 14 years ago? Yeah, because he lost it 12 years ago, right? It's been quite a while since we've shared a bath. Did he used to bath with them when they were on the crew? Scopper, you can't be bathing with a fucking child. Like, Shanks was a fucking... Shanks was underage, buddy. That's a little sus. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Get real. It's been 10 years since the captain died. How long has it been? 3, maybe 4 years? Get real. It's been 10 years since the captain died. Oh, wow. How long, huh? That long, huh? That must feel like forever ago to you. To you, huh? Okay. Yeah, life's completely changed. I honestly just wanted to be a carefree pirate with Buggy. Still, Elbaf, there are some things I'd like to know. Interesting. We've also seen his brother, which is interesting. Yeah, life's completely changed. Okay. Yeah, because he was a really young man when he was like, you know, probably like what, like early teens and then maybe late teens towards his end, the end of his tenure as one of Roger's cabin boys. So, like, life, of course, has changed as he's become an adult. Excuse me. Yeah, life's completely changed. I honestly just wanted to be a carefree pirate with Buggy. Still, Elbaf, there are some things I'd like to know. I mean, this is an interesting admission from Shanks, that he really just wanted to be... Like, he wanted to just bro around the seas with Buggy for the rest of his life. That's all he wanted. But I guess he felt like he had a higher calling. And now that we're learning more about his lineage and how he fits into the world outside of the Roger crew, it seems like he, you know, probably felt like he had a duty to do something about the state of the world, you know? So he couldn't just fuck around with Buggy the whole time, right? Understandable. You were a child of destiny. But let's not dwell on tricky topics today, Shanks. A child of destiny? What the fuck does that even mean? I feel like that's not like the type of thing you'd get in, what's it called? Like in Naruto, you get the child of prophecy, and it's like, I feel like child of destiny, like, I'm not sure exactly what they're referring to here. We know that this is Shamrock's younger brother, of course. But I feel like if I had to put my finger on it, like the destiny being like he was able to break it free of his programming as like a celestial, someone who was born as a celestial dragon and become, you know, like this amazing pirate. Say, remember, but let's not dwell on tricky topics today, Shanks. Say, remember Little Garden, the island where we met Dory and Brogy? Okay, interesting. Of course. Hot enough, Yasan? Shankun? Aw. Whoa, you scared me. Shankun? It's great. Thanks, Ripley. This is crazy because he still has his other arm, which is wild. Like, that's just wild. This spot really is the best. So this is what a human giant household is like. Have some lingonberry tart and help yourself to drinks. Lingonberry, huh? Shankun, got any juicy old stories about Yasan? About Giban-san? Oh, I've got one. Anytime we made it to port, there were who knows how many women probably that he would sleep with or whatever. Ouch! Oh, this is, you know, he's kind of sunning. Giban's kind of sunning Shanks here, which is, you know, makes sense. Giban looks awesome. Like, I like this kind of, like, not quite as old as he is now. He's like salt and pepper, you know? He's, instead of being 60, he's like, you know, maybe in his, like, early 50s, late 40s type of thing. No, early 50s, I guess, yeah. You brat, if you want to make it out of this country alive, you'll zip it. Giban was a player, dude. He was out there slinging it. That's so funny that Shanks just almost said that. Just he honestly looks like Luffy here with except him squeezing his cheek like that. It's like that actually hurts him. It's not like Luffy. Where with Luffy it wouldn't actually hurt. Do you know Harald? He's the king of Elbaf. The people think of him like a god. Yeah, I met him at Mary Joa. We got along all right. Okay, so he went back to Mary Joa after leaving the Roger Pirates, or after separating from the Roger Pirates. Interesting. And he met him at Mary Joa, which means I guess he might have went to the Reverie, and maybe now he's or maybe he just went there for a visit. We couldn't speak freely in the Holy Land. Now that we're both in this country, I really want to talk to him before it's too late. Before it's too late, and then Giban's like, excuse me? Dude, Giban looks so fucking cool. He's got like the coolest design. He's the coolest character. Damn, I'm so glad he's here. Like, I'm so glad Giban is included in this arc, and that he's like an active player, and not like when I said I like his role, like, in this instance more than Rayleigh's role in the arcs that he's been in, is because Rayleigh is kind of like a get-out-of-jail-free card. He shows up, he's able to fight the strongest guy, he's able to help the Straw Hats get away, and it's not exactly that, but like he also shows up and he shows up and he fixes everything. He gives Luffy a training arc, and don't get me wrong, I really like Rayleigh as a character. I think he's awesome. I love his like aura, his disposition, his dialogue, like he's really cool. But I like Giban, and I like that it's also very much like Sanji and Zoro in a way, because, you know, he's obsessed. Rayleigh's a big drinker, right? Like he's always getting wasted, while Giban is like a big womanizer. He's always going after the ladies. So it's like very much a connection with Zoro and Sanji there in a way. So that's cool. Okay. That day, the massacre at the castle took place. Elbaf's most beloved king, Harald the Benevolent, lost his life. What's this? I mean, the fact that the government got Harald to join them was crazy, because because if you think about it, like, I remember Big Mom was planning to have Lola marry Loki. How long ago was that? Was that when, like, Loki was younger, like, than he is here? Was it, like, 20 years ago? I don't know. Like, but the fact that they were planning that marriage, it's interesting because it shows that they would not have a political marriage with Elbaf, I don't think, unless Elbaf was not part of the world government and could become like a partner, a proper partner with Big Mom. Like, that's what she was hoping for, was to have them as part of, like, you know, an alliance with them through marriage, you know, bring them into the Charlotte family. and she said if she had done that, she would have been able to defeat Whitebeard, Kaido, and Shanks no problem, you know. And there might be some truth to that, but because we've seen how strong these guys are, especially Loki, apparently. But it's interesting because it's like, how long were they part of the world government? I hope Oda doesn't like retcon what we heard in the Whole Cake Island arc. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he will. I think he keeps track of this stuff pretty well. But let's just see. And his editors keep him on the straight and narrow with that for the most part. That day, the massacre at the castle took place. Elbaf's most beloved king, Harald the Benevolent, lost his life. What's this? Let us out. Who closed the gate? Help! Okay, so he's banging on the door. Help! And then... Interesting. Elder Ja Rule! Okay, so someone stabbed Elder Ja Rule in the fucking head. This is the forbidden devil fruit passed down within Elbaf. Interesting, okay. The forbidden devil fruit passed down within Elbaf. But just how did this man come to be so highly regarded by his people? A long time ago. Oh shit. Are you about to get some even more interesting and crazy lore? Dude, young Dory and Brogy look awesome. Look at these guys, dude. Look at them. Before Dory even had, or before, Brogy even had a beard, and like Dory's looking great with this little like poof on his chin. A long time ago. But just how did this man come to be so highly regarded by his people? A long time ago. Ooh-ah! 109 years before the present day. So we're doing a flashback within a flashback. Okay. Is Loki telling the story? Is somebody else telling the story? I feel like Loki is probably, right? 109 years before the present day. If you asked anyone what the scariest thing on the sea is, the answer would always be the same. The giant warrior pirates. That was how things were in that era. Holy shit, that's awesome. In that age, even ships from the land of the giants. It's a giant ship! Evoked immense fear due to Elbaf's reputation. I heard there's a beautiful princess in your castle. Let's have a peek. Ooh-ah! He was one of the reasons for said reputation. So he was a pirate, too. Harald was a pirate. Dude, Harald looks badass. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at him. Whoops, my foot slipped. He just kicked someone in. He kicked one of his own crewmates into the castle. So even ships from the land of... So not just the giant warrior pirates, but even ships from the land of giants evoked immense fear due to Elbaf's reputation. I heard there's a beautiful princess in your castle. Let's have a peek. Ooh-ah! He was one of the reasons for said reputation. Whoops, my foot slipped. He just kicked the castle down. That's so funny. This guy's a fucking menace, dude. Your Majesty, please stop this. I mean, he looks like he's related to Loki. Dude looks fucking cool as shit, though. Just kicks the castle down on a whim. That's fucked up. King Harald of Warland, Elbaf. So he wasn't a pirate. He wasn't part of the giant warrior pirates. But he was part of the reason why the giants were so feared in that era, 100 years ago. So that makes sense. Bara! Kya! Harald began his reign at 45 years of age. Interesting. Just 15 in human terms. Despite this, King Harald... remarkably enough. Bara! Go on, tell me who your god is. Was pure scum. Okay, so it's painting Harald as like, this guy's fucked up. He's a piece of shit. Interesting. The untold story of Elbaf's renowned ruler. Interesting. So at least at the time, he was a piece of shit. In his youth, he was a fucking asshole. So he's only 15 in terms of human. I mean, he looks fucking old as shit for 15, but he looks badass. So we'll yeah, whatever. This is his terrible teens. One Piece, chapter 1153, the birth of Loki. Interesting. Okay, so we got Kya, Kiku and Yamato about to have a hug. Or, I don't know if Okiku's going for something else with that hand. Be careful, girl. Those things will pop right out if you're not careful. And this is like a... Is this Kinemon's wife? She looks kind of like him, but maybe it's just another, beautiful Japanese lady. Or Waponese lady. Wano-nese lady. Oni Child, Yamato, and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 37, Kikunojo, Daimyo of Ringo, and Boss Cho. So Kikunojo became... Oh, and right, Kiku only has one arm these days, after their fight with Kaido. Daimyo of Ringo and Boss Cho. So this is Boss Cho right here. And Kiku became a Daimyo. Wait. No, Boss Cho is Chojuro. So who's this? Yeah, where's Cho at? Oh, this is Dorian Brogy. Dorian Brogy shared a wild childhood with Harald, the Prince of Elbaf. So these guys were... Okay, look at these dudes, dude. I love their child design. They were all friends. And Dorian Brogy were just like silliest. Young Dory looks fucking great. And Brogy looks funny too. He's got like a little bump on his head. And Harald's looking great as well. These guys are all silly as fuck. Love their designs. The lady's one of the Yakuza bosses that Luffy freed in prison. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Thank you for clarifying, Doji. Appreciate you. Okay. Shared a wild childhood with Harald, the Prince of Elbaf. Born into the bloodline of the ancient giants, the prince possessed a colossal body, monstrous strength, and high status. Nice. He grew into an arrogant and unruly rogue that no one could rein in. I love the way he's sitting on this ship. He's almost like too big for it. So he just likes... He's just fucking around. He's like an asshole. He's like probably an even big... Oh, he flicked a bigger... He flicked his booger, picks his nose, flicks it, flicks the booger, straight up explodes in the distance, and a shark gets... That's hilarious. That's actually so funny. I'm loving Harald so far. What a great personality. He's just got a big personality. I like characters and people with big personalities. So, at least most of the time. Sometimes it can be annoying, but in anime it's always good because it just makes them more interesting. Usually, more interesting to think about like why they are the way they are and to see their character develop. What a bore! Everyone outside Elbaf is pathetically weak and puny. Ain't that right, guys? Exactly, sire. It's just as you say. These guys are just so small. The kingdom of Bunt New World. We're still in the flashback, right? The kingdom of Bunt New World. Come on, come on. Standing 10 meters tall, each of her steps is an earthquake. I wonder, because this has a big circus, I wonder if this is like where Buggy set up shop. No, this is a different place. The kingdom of Bunt. Buggy set up on full of what's it called? Not full of lead. It's Empty Bluffs Island or something, which is pretty on the nose, Oda. Standing 10 meters tall, each of her steps is an earthquake. Her roar is thunder itself. She's one of the world's elusive giants, hailing all the way from Elbaf. Take a gander at Ida! Roar! Okay, so she's roaring. She's got cool horns. I wonder if she's an ancient giant as well. Yeah! Yeah! Get away from the cage. It's dangerous. Whoa! It takes balls to turn one of us giants into a roadside attraction, so he's pissed. Is this going to be his wife? Potentially? I could see it. Or his first wife with where he had Hajrudin. But she has the horns, so maybe not. Is her name actually Ida? I wonder. Or is that just her stage name? It takes balls to turn one of us giants into a roadside attraction. So he's pissed. So he's getting mad about this. Bara, yeah, they were fools to mock Elbaf. We sure showed them. Okay, so they were able to free her. Who are you? No need to thank me. I'm the king of Elbaf. I couldn't just sit back while they slaughtered my homeland. While they slighted my homeland. And she smacks him. Okay, so she doesn't have horns. She just had it on as a prop, I guess. It looks like she is upset with him. Slapped him. So maybe, and it's weird because over here it almost looks like she's like actively trying, like maybe she liked being part of this circus, and like he's mad at them for he's mad at him for fucking them up. Maybe like maybe what's his name was right, Teddy Roosevelt, when he said like speak softly but carry a big stick, So maybe Harald is doing the opposite. He's leading with the stick as opposed to the dove. No way! She smacked the fuck out of him. Your Majesty, King Harald! Huh? He looks so taken aback. Turn the ship around. You need to apologize. A lot of people got hurt. And she's crying. It looks like she's crying. Oh, she's shaking. And I think she's crying. Yeah. Are you crazy? You want to go back to that puny doll kingdom? And she's like, why, I oughta. You want me to rough you up? And she beats the fuck out of him. Okay, nice. So she's going full Nami on his ass. he's all fucked up in the corner there. King Harald, they took me in and gave me work after finding me adrift at the brink of death. Thanks to their kindness, I was able to earn enough to eat and recover from my injuries. Little dolls? What the hell is that supposed to mean? You just happen to be born big. Your strength is a quirk of fate. Oh, interesting. Okay. So fate is coming up again and again. Like, well, no, it was Child of Destiny, which was what he called, which is what Gabon called Shanks. And now we're getting, and she's making a good point. Like, look, people can't help how they were born. Like, if you're born short, tall, like, you are, with a physical feature that, is different from somebody else's, like, you just, you don't have any control over how you were born and, like, your stature or whatever. So, luckily, I'm 6'3", baby, so sorry. Sorry to you manlets out there. Little dolls, what the hell is that supposed to mean? You just happen to be born big. You just happen to be born big. Your strength is a quirk of fate. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're better than the humans. You're arrogant disgrace. You arrogant disgrace? Okay, so she's kind of giving him like a reality check. This is awesome. So she's the one who kind of changed his perspective. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're better than the humans. You arrogant disgrace. I don't know why they made this. I mean, I guess she's crying, but they really made this fucking text wavy as shit, and it's definitely making it harder for me to read. This kind of crap is why all of us other giants are always lumped in with you Elbaf savages. Okay, interesting. So she takes him to task, like, you're being problematic, fool. Stop, raping and pillaging, please. I was just born big. So he's all like, he's been scolded and she's being nice. Aw, she's so sweet. So this must be Hajradin's mom. I would have to guess. Kind of funny how the circus guy announces her as from Elbaf to make her look scary when we know she's actually from a different place. I mean, I didn't know that yet, but I suppose we'll find out where she's from. But that would make sense, because we know, like, Saul isn't from Elbaf. Not all giants are from Elbaf, especially not, like, the warrior giants, so. Okay. Alright, here we go. So she's helping them rebuild. They're kind of docked off the coast. And they're like, "Aw, thanks, guys." They just have, I love how they got trampled by giants, but instead of being dead, they just have, like, little bandages, that's all. And there's a clown. Hey, it's Buggy. I found Buggy. Where's Buggy? Oda, publish a book of Where's Buggy, please. Okay. This guy kind of looks like Gabon, like a young Gabon, the guy with the ponytail. King Harald, are we setting sail? What are you guys spacing out for, huh? Huh? Help them rebuild, you imbeciles. That miniature model city of theirs. Yes, sir. Okay, so he's trying to impress her. He has a crush. He sees her and he's like, wow, so cute. And she, honestly, this is a great design. I really like that Oda's done like a different kind of like he's given her freckles, and she has like kind of like an interesting nose that he doesn't normally draw. I like that she looks so different from like a lot of the girl archetypes, at least in the face. A lot of the girl archetypes he typically draws. She doesn't have a bad case of Nami face, is what I'm trying to say, or Robin face. Which not Robin's face is a little different, but a lot of characters like Vivi and Rebecca, they have Nami face, which is what we call that. and that they look exactly like Nami, but with different hair color, different hairstyle. That miniature model city of theirs, yes sir. Their construction techniques are completely different. We'll teach you some stuff for when you get back to Elbaf. Your use of spices is something too. Okay, so they're learning about the cultures. You see, that's the thing. When you lead with an olive branch, or like a willingness to, breach a gap, and this is what I was talking about earlier in the stream, like, you get multiculturalism. I know that, some people will be like, oh, that's fucking lame, globalism's shit. And I'm not saying, like, we shouldn't have, like, borders or anything like that, but all I'm saying is that, like, multiculturalism is cool. Like, it's cool to learn about different cultures. Like, we wouldn't get to read One Piece if multiculturalism wasn't a thing. Like, we wouldn't have all, like, the anime and video games from, like, Japan and other places in the world that we love, and, like, shows as well, and, like, movies and stuff. So, and, like, just the different, like, I just got back from Japan, and, like, imagine if, like, the world wasn't as connected as it is, and I wasn't able to go fly to Japan last, like a month ago. And I've learned to, like, really like when I get to travel to places and, like, experience different cultures. It's cool as fuck. Ida's a cutie patootie. She sure is. Oh, hold on. I kind of missed some messages. Sorry, not no. She implied it though. Oh, okay. Thanks, Doji. Yeah. No, I hear you. Ida's a cutie patootie. She 100% is a cutie patootie. I love her. So see, the Giants are becoming a less homogenized culture. They are, talking to people outside of their culture. They're not being racist, and they're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. Multiculturalism is sick. No, okay, sorry. No, I mean, no, that's. I mean, it's just true. Like, learning things from other cultures is good. It helps everybody. I've never eaten anything with this much flavor before. And the quality of your fabrics. And she's like she's forcing him to apologize to the king of this country. And the quality of your fabrics. So, like, all the Giants are like, wow, this is awesome. Or maybe they're like, wow, you Giants are awesome. This is so cool. And she's the one who's making the piece. I mean, she's awesome. She's really giving me, like, Oda Hime vibes, in that she's got a very unique design. She's a peacemaker, and she's, like, changing she basically, like, the fact that she changed Herald means that, like, she changed Elbaf, the culture of Elbaf, to become more peaceful. Like, just very similarly, and she's leading with, like, an olive branch. She's leading with love. She's leading with compassion, and she's clearly, like, I don't know, doing cool things. It's awesome. Okay. Based Ida. We love her. We stan her. And the quality of our fabrics. They're so sophisticated. Humans sure are good with their hands. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So they're learning a lot. Even Herald gets on his knees. She brings him to his knees. Damn. And he's like, huh? And they're like pointing at him. They're like, hey, you piece of shit. You shouldn't have fucked with our town, man. Look at it. Look at it like this. Herald. Look at it like this, Herald. And now they're partying. Okay, this is adorable. Now they're partying. They're dancing. They're drinking. They're having a good old time. This is great. So this is what changed. This is what changed Herald. I don't know what happened with my light just there. It kind of flickered for a second. Let me just make sure the stream is okay, because if I lost power, that's not good. Yeah, it looks like we're fine. Okay. Yeah, this is adorable, man. So Ida literally changed the future of Elbaf by just being, like, a good person. Is what we're getting here. Look at it like this, Herald. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. I was born on Sumawanai Island in the South Blue. One thing led to another, and I ended up on these seas. Interesting. So, you went over the blood-soaked serpent. Oh, that's what they call the red line, the blood-soaked serpent? That's interesting. So wait, is that, like, actually supposed to be like a Jormungandr reference? Like the serpent that, like, devours the world? That's interesting. Or maybe it's just, I don't know. Are you talking about the red line? Well, yeah, I did, but I can't go back now. Oh, so they're just. I like that he's so much bigger than her. It's like a really cute, like, and they look so cute here, man. Look at her hair. I love her hair. She's great. I really like. I really like Ida. She's making a great first impression. I'm vibing. I'm vibing. This is good. Look at how cute they are, man. And these guys, like, they're dressed in like some interesting clothing, and they got masks, which is also interesting. Like, almost like Tengu Yama with his Tengu mask, and they're just like, wow, okay, and like they're just staring while they have knives and stuff pointed because they're in no danger at all. Come to Elbaf. We're not as savage as you think. Yeah, maybe I judged you too harshly. Okay, so now he's being good to people. He's catching fucking sharks for them. He's like chill as fuck. King Harald has really changed. It's kind of creepy. Hopefully it's just a phase. Oh, so they're like, is that why these guys killed him? Is because like they saw him becoming like a more like peaceful, like, diplomatic, like kind of worldly guy, like a guy who actually wanted to like open the horizons of Elbaf to the world and become like, become integrated with the world at large. That's interesting. Okay, so 5 years have passed. Elbaf, 105 years ago. Up until now, we've committed countless sins, and it's time we atone for them. What's wrong with you, Harald? Yeah, everyone's like, fuck you! Because he's ahead of his time. The dude has become woke, okay? The dude has become too woke. We gotta murder this man. As king, I intend to frequently travel overseas. Lame, soy. What happened to the base Harald, man? Make Harald great again, okay? 5 years, he changed, it didn't take him that long to change, all things considered. So yeah, she really had a profound impact on him. That's really interesting. I love it. This is a great story. As king, I intend to frequently travel overseas. I hope to extend a hand of reconciliation to our neighbors and learn from their culture. So it sounds like he's kind of, the giant warrior pirates are going on sort of like the Viking rape and pillage tour, and he's on like he's basically on like the apology tour for the Vikings at large, like trying to make, increase their standing in society, make people not fear them as much, and like overall just like kind of, make inroads with the rest of the world and like atone for the sins of their clan, So cool, very cool. As king, I intend to frequently travel overseas. I hope to extend a hand of reconciliation to our neighbors and learn from their cultures. Our land can become more prosperous if we learn from the world. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's right. Isolationism. Look at how well that worked out for North Korea. It's not good. It's not good. Like, you can benefit from, learning from other cultures and establishing relations with the world at large, the people abroad. It benefits your economy. It benefits the world's economy. It's just a good thing, basically. For the most part, obviously there's downsides to everything, but like, I wonder whose sword was the big sword that's sticking through Elbaf, because that's crazy. Dory, Brogy, and the others will never stop running wild. I go way back with those two. They have always had an unusual disposition. They've never failed to treat humans fairly and honorably. Interesting. Okay, so he's vouching for them. And to be fair, we've seen that as well. They've always been like pretty chill, and it was him who was like kind of the wild child, the madman, who kind of was racist and like looked down on humanity. This is interesting. That's true. We can still hold on to our warrior ways, right? We may have to reconsider some traditions if other countries feel threatened. Interesting. So this is someone in the audience saying, we can still hold on to our warrior ways, right? We may have to reconsider some traditions if other countries feel threatened. Okay, so he's trying to like de-escalate. He's doing mass disarmament, and these old men are like, fuck you, because they're the OG warrior warmonger lads. Da ba ba ba, what a change. Bojaja, seems there's a tumultuous journey ahead. Okay, so they're actually like kind of in support, which is interesting. I wouldn't have expected that from these two, because they go way back as warrior lads. Elbaf is blessed. Hashtag blessed. Based. All right. Let's see. Blessed. Say we exchange diplomats with other nations. Interesting. Okay. So Harald's like doing his. He's doing his. You guys have seen Tarzan? He's doing that thing like in Tarzan, where Tarzan, it's the Phil Collins moment where he's like learning all about human culture because he grew up with apes and animals in the jungle. So he's like, it's like the I wanna know. Can you show me? I want to know about the strangers like me. So he's like broadening his horizons, learning about the world at large. I could totally see. Fucking Oda, you better, when this gets animated, you better have Phil Collins, I want to know, can you show me? Be the song that plays to this montage. You better do it, because that would be so fucking funny. Yeah, that would be based. You better do it. Say we exchange diplomats with other nations. So he's trading liquor with the people. He's giving them like a whole ass giant bottle. So he's establishing trade. We could build a deeper cultural understanding. I see. So it's like a fancy hostage deal, huh? That's not it at all. People need to forge connections. That's it. People need to forge connections. Connections are what keep us from like making war with each other. If we care about the person on the other end of a war, then, the war won't start, right? Like, for the most part. There's obviously exceptions to that, but that is the primary deterrent to war is, like, respect for and, like, appreciation for whoever's on the other end. Mutual benefits through trade, through commerce, through, mutual protection, mutual assistance. It's what leads to, the strengthening of bonds and a larger peace being, being erected or whatever. Sorry, I'm pontificating a bit this episode, but these are the most like political chapters of One Piece I've seen so far, and I don't know, I'm in a bit of a political headspace these days with everything that's going on in the world right now. That's not it at all. People need to forge connections, otherwise international cooperation is impossible. Elbaf, 81 years ago. Okay, so we're jumping, I think, 24, 25 years ahead? Eastern Fishing Village. You finally had the baby! Ida, Harald, congratulations! Thank you, Ida and I. Unfortunately, we can't recognize your marriage. Okay, so who the fuck are these guys? These shadow fucks. Unfortunately, we can't recognize your marriage. Only pure blood can be permitted within the royal family. So, whoever these fucks are, I guess the Council of Racism, they don't fuck with regular giants. It's only ancient giants that they let them fuck. And that's like, I guess they're willing to make trade with other countries, like but they're like they draw the line at diluting the bloodline. So not based at all, my dude. Damn it, forgive me, Ida. All these issues boil down to culture. Our feelings alone won't change things. Aw, Hajrudin, looking cute, man. His first son. Dude, he's so much bigger than her, dude. That's, man. Goddamn. All these issues boil down to culture. Our feelings alone won't change things. You're always welcome in our village, Ida. Isn't that great, Hajrudin? At least you can stay near your papa. So now they're living just outside the castle. Okay, so she's taking it really well. I kind of, if she was Odohime coded, like more Odohime coded, I feel like she'd have a problem with this. I feel like she'd be speaking up about it. Or, honestly, I'm surprised not Hajrudin. Why isn't Loki speaking up about it? Like, why isn't Loki saying more like, I'm surprised, like, he's changed so much about the country. He's the king. Who are these fucking fossils to tell him that he can't marry who he wants? Like, why doesn't he's already changed a bunch of the culture. Like, what's tying his hands here. That's all I don't understand. Harald, meet your future bride. Lady Estrid carries the noble blood of the ancient giants, but wears her horns, though. I mean, she's fucking hot as hell, though. Holy shit. Okay. She's definitely got Nami face, but, I mean, I like our girl here more. She's just more unique. She's cute with the freckles and the... I don't know. Oda just did a good job with, like, the stylization of Ida. Harald, meet your future bride. Lady Estrid carries the noble blood of the ancient giants. She is a woman truly fit to become queen. I was born in Alcohol Village to the north. I am a student of the Earth Wind Arts. What the fuck is Earth Wind Arts? Elbaf, Alcohol Village. Oh, okay. So she was born in a village in Elbaf. Daughter from a prominent background, Estrid. I mean, she looks... interesting. Okay. I am fated to love you for the rest of my life. And she's either marrying for money or, status, or she's really I mean, I don't know. He's pretty based. Now he's got a cool fucking beard and mustache, so maybe she actually likes him, but maybe it's probably just a marriage of political convenience, you know? That appears to be the case. Forget about that Eastern woman and her bastard. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, no, that's... I mean, come on, dude. You gotta put your foot down. Don't let her talk about fucking Ida that way. And then, who the fuck are... Like, these are cool silhouettes. Like, I do like the silhouettes of, like, the different... These guys must have been the ones who killed him, right? Like, come on. The energies here are aligned to the east. This won't do it all. The king's spirit is leaking out. Quick, shut the windows. What? And that mirror, it's positioned in a lethal 5-star configuration. Dispose of it. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, what the? This is the biggest fucking horse we've ever seen. What the hell? What the fuck is this? Meet Asura. Oh. Meet Asura, the horse of good fortune. Interesting, okay. It's a fine steed worthy of you, your majesty. Consider it a gift from my family. Why does this horse have 8 legs? Is it a horse spider? And it has like a weird skull and crossbones on it too. This is odd. Consider it a gift from my family. It's sure to bring you good fortune. It's huge. Why does it have 8 legs? Oh, yeah, good question. Guards, take all of the jewels and gold to my room. The king's vicinity should be focused on the energies of earth and wind. I'm still confused about what she means by that. Also, is she like a world government agent? I feel like she was maybe like brought up in the world government. Because like this is weird. Like why does this horse have... This feels like an Eam creation, like an Eam demon. That Eam like... This like I feel like this is like the evolved... Like this is like the devil fruit form of like a fucking Elder Star or something. That Eam like turned him into like this horse thing. Because like... She seems like such a plant. Like, I feel like they're clearly trying to control him. There's, like, definitely some plot going on here. The king's vicinity should be focused on the energies of earth and wind. Also inform the servants that from today onward, the king and I will take all our meals on silver platters. It's like, fuck you. Isn't that just an indulgence? And they're like, what? 70-ish years ago, so another... We're jumping ahead another 10 years. In this age, the rough sea still made travel between islands difficult. Elbaf's advanced navigation techniques intrigued other countries. There is a star which never moves called the Pole Star. Oh shit, the Pole Star. Kanji says North Star. Okay, yeah, I was like, what do you mean Pole Star? Come on, man. Oh, like a North Pole Star. I understand. Odin's horse had 8 legs, I think. Oh, you're right. Okay, thanks for reminding me. There's a star which never moves called the Pole Star or the North Star. Oh, really? So they're giving them some tools. King Harald, you met the fishmen? Yep, it's about time. I even saw mermaids. Their people carry the blood of the ocean. In their country, a prince was born by the name of Neptune. Oh, okay, so this is 70 years ago. Neptune was born. And it wasn't just fishmen and mermen around. The sea creatures themselves were coming together in jubilation. Wow, okay. 63 years ago, Oest Castle, Elbaf, while Harald was overseas. Congratulations, my queen, it's a healthy baby boy. His name is Loki. I spoke with the king about it. Let me get a good look at my son's face. Oh, no. So his eyes are looking fucking scary, and she's like horrified. Huh? So, I don't know, he looks pretty normal, but I guess he looks like a demon. Let me get a good look at your son's face. And she just immediately is like, gross. He has horns and weird eyes, and throws him away. Yeah, it's horrid. Your Highness? It's freaking me out. What is that? This thing can't possibly be mine. Your Highness, please calm down. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Now she's being racist? Tell the king it was a stillbirth. This is utterly unacceptable. Huh? It's cursed. Just look at it. It's a monster. Ew. Yeah, she's gotta be like a celestial dragon or something. Because, like, her attitude is just so gross, man. Like, what the fuck? She's just the worst. When the Prince of Elbaf stretched his arms into the air, no one was there to take those small hands in theirs. Wow. Aw, that's actually really sad. And she threw him into fucking hell. She threw him into hell as a baby. Oh my god, that's like as evil as anything anyone has ever done in the history of One Piece. Oh my god. She tossed a baby down a flight of stairs. Like, just spiked it like a fucking football at the end zone. Holy fuck, dude. Your Highness, stop this. Wow, that's the prince. Yeah, it's like, who does she think she is? It is said that the most unfortunate souls are those rejected from birth by their own mother. Yeah, wow, what the fuck, dude? This is fucking disturbing. I mean, that happened to Big Mom as well. Like, Big Mom was also abandoned by her fucking parents on Elbaf, of all places. Are the rejected from birth by their own mother. Listen to me. No child was born today. I forbid you from telling anyone. Where are you going? I'm returning to my village. I never want to give birth again. Holy shit, girl. Your Highness. Captain. It's coming from the realm of the dead. Oh, so there's like a cry? The realm of the dead? What about it? What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Jesus. Get a grip, girl. And he's doing the fucking Luffy climbing the fucking Drum Island thing as a fucking baby. He's climbing back up. Ooga! He's just on the indomitable will of Loki as a fucking baby. No wonder he's so strong today. He literally had to climb up a fucking the tree. He had to climb the tree out of hell, out of the realm of the dead. She threw him into the realm of the dead, bro. That's crazy. Ooga! Ga! Oh, this is actually really I mean, this is like an intense image. Like, this is an intense image. This backstory is wild, bro. Ga! Ga! And then he literally climbed himself back up. Break next week. Not for me, bitch. Okay. Soon after, Queen Estrid collapsed due to ill health. Dispose of the child. It's becoming clear this was foretold long before it came into the world. It is said that King Harald will someday be slain by his own son. Enough with this crazy talk. Meanwhile, Harald struggled against the walls of diplomacy. Blocked by the world government again? Why can't countries just be free? Yeah, so what is he up to? What is Harald up to? Hey, he's your little brother. Don't you want to see the little guy? Don't you want to see the little guy? So, okay. So, she's dying of poor health. Or she's collapsed, at least, due to ill health. And her brother, Loki, is now just around. Hey, he's your little brother. Don't you want to see the little guy? So she's like, come on. I mean, honestly, she is taking this so well. Like, it's crazy. Ida is taking this, like, way, way too well. If he's not your kid, Mom, then there's no way I can call him my little brother. Oh, sweetie, you're so cute, even when you say such awful things. From then on, every misfortune that struck Elbaf was chalked up to Loki's curse. I mean, what the fuck? The accursed prince is born. Okay, so we got some TL notes. Crazy chapter. We're gonna read one more. I have a little bit more time. Yeah, we'll read one more tonight, and then I think we'll call it there, probably. Earth, Wind, Arts. This would be Dai Fang. If transliterated, it's a clear reference to Feng Shui, which is wind water. Okay. Feng Shui. Feng Shui? Okay. Elbaf. This week, Elbaf was romanized with the PH, right. Fucking stupid. Spelling for the first time within the manga's artwork itself. We've decided not to update at this time due to the inconsistency it would cause in our previous chapters. We hope to fix all the previous chapters in one batch at the end of the arc, assuming no new information presents itself. I mean, I'll be honest, I hate that because I like that. I've always liked that if you switch Elbaf, if you spell Elbaf backwards, it spells Fable. Or that Elbaf is Fable backwards, but I think I think that's probably what Oda was going for, maybe, if I had to guess. But his English is so bad that he just like wrote PH instead. Or maybe it was an accidental, really cool thing to have it be Fable backwards, and Oda is making it less cool by changing it now. But I honestly really, Elbaf is cringe as fuck, Doji. I agree. I'm like, why the fuck? Like, Oda, you and your English need to fucking get a grip, bro. But more than that, I'm annoyed, and I'm annoyed that TCB, who have, like, decent editors and, like, people who know what they're doing, would consider changing it back. Because it's like, leave it as is, at least until now, because it's just way cooler to have it as Elbaf as opposed to Elbaf F versus Elbaf PH. It's just way cooler. So that's ridiculous. But who knows if Oda actually consciously did the Fable thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it might have just been like a crazy coincidence, which is possible. You know, there's been some crazy coincidences in the writing of One Piece before, but yeah, we'll see. Can literally mean, so Samuanai can literally mean not chilly. We believe it's just a pun on Samakunai. Hokkaido has a few place names that end in nai, so maybe it's a joke contrasting the cold of Hokkaido with the tropical nature of our South Seas, South Blue. Oh, okay, interesting. That's where Ida's from. All right, next chapter. I think this is the last one I'll probably do today, but we'll see. I might have time for another one. I think this probably will be the last one, but we'll see. At least for today. I Can't Even Die. Chapter 1154, I Can't Even Die. We got a new cover page, a cover story entry. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 38, at the grave of a hero born in West Blue and brought up in Ringo. Born in West Blue. Grave of a hero born in West Blue and brought up in Ringo. Is this fucking the guy whose blade Zoro had for a while? The Black Blade? What's it called again? The guy who was in the one-shots that Oda did, the monster guy. Ryuma. Is this Ryuma's grave? I wonder. And yeah, it looks like it was fucked up because we know Moria, you know, broke in and pillaged his corpse. Fucking freak. Okay, 63 years ago, Elbaf's past. So this was Big Mom. Yeah, this is the Big Mom stuff. Remember this. Lord Elbaf's past. I'm still glad they used the F. Thank God. Good on you, TCB. Well done. Ja Rule, the oldest man in the... Lord Ja Rule! Or Jorul? Or Ja Rule? Jorul. Yorul and... It's Yorul and Yarul, really, is what it is. Lord Yarul! Yorul! Yarul, the oldest man in the present day, lost his partner. They were gay? What? I mean, honestly, good for them, you know? But sad that literally killed by a child. Now that we know more about, like, how deep the history of these characters are, it's kind of crazy that Fallbeard got fucking wasted by Big Mom at, like, age 6 or 7, right? Cascade Beard, you mean Fallbeard. Fallbeard Jorul was struck down dead. Like, the other guy got stabbed in the head and he was, like, fine. Like, what? How Big Mom just, like, through this guy, and he literally died. What the fuck? By the hands of a certain young girl. Her name was Charlotte Linlin, a mere human, yet she left a large part of a giant village in ruins. She would later go on to become an emperor, earning the epithet Big Mom. Yeah. The same year, Elbaf faced a string of tragedies. It was calamity after calamity. Sudden fires, windstorms, and bitter cold waves devastated the crops. Interesting. It was a calamity after calamity. Suddenly, fires, windstorms, and bitter cold waves devastated the crops. So it was a really bad time to be a giant. The abnormal weather also brought fishing to a halt. Yeah, I can see that. These guys are literally frozen over. This once magnificent land had fallen into famine. Now do you see? This is all that child's doing. This land was cursed because you all failed to kill it immediately. No, surely it's just a coincidence. Oh no, was she right? Is he actually cursed? Is he actually like a devil? A demon? I mean, he looks like one, but that's because he has horns and like, it's just his eyes are funny. But she, I guess, sensed something from him, maybe? Crash! Good! Gah! He's staring at me! Gah! Prince Loki! And they're just putting him out in the fucking snow? Come on, man. He's huge. I didn't realize how big he was. He's literally as big as the other giants at a baby age. Take it away. Don't ever let that monster near me again. Wah! Prince Loki, you have to keep away from your mother's room. I mean, that's fucked up, dude. Honestly, like, the thing that upsets me the most when I see it in media is, like, babies being fucked with. Like, that shit, like, is just so uncomfortable to me because babies are just, like, so helpless. Like, they just have no ability. Like, a kid is one thing. Like, a kid has some ability as a child to be able to, hey, King T, what's up? I'm back. We made it to Loki Flash. Yes, dude, yes. What was I saying? So, yeah, like a kid can do something, which is why it's fine for me to like watch like Hunter x Hunter or have like Gon and Killua who are kids but are still like capable, right? Even though they're pretty young. Or same with like Naruto, right? They're kids that have like agency and they have like personalities and the ability to do something. Like a baby is just like a bundle of needs, you know? Like that is all that a baby is. So when like a baby is in like distress and like a parent won't do anything about it, or like actively is being shitty to them just for like needing something, it's like that always really upsets me. I remember a while ago I tried to watch a series of unfortunate events. I could only get through the first episode. I barely even got through that because like for me it's like the fact that they're living in this like shitty abusive household and there's like 2 kids and a baby. If it were just the 2 kids, I'd be like more okay with that kind of a story, but the baby being in it just like makes me uncomfortable. Like that's the shit that like makes me feel like bad and like just like it's like hard for me to watch, you know? Like that's the type of thing, like more so than like gore or whatever. I mean, I don't know, like I'm not saying gore can't affect me, but more than anything it's like seeing kids, like specifically like babies, like babies and toddlers who have, you know, just are a bundle of needs, just, you know, be in distress. Or in a distressing situation. Wah, Prince Loki, you have to keep away from your mother's room. Wah! Gouge out those monstrous eyes. If left unchecked, his curse will grow till it brings about this nation's collapse. Yeah! Dude, wah, I'm hungry. Sorry, sweetie, that was the last bit of bread we had. You're going reaving? We could easily steal what we need from the humans. Ain't that how it's always been in Elbaf's history? So the king isn't here. So like everyone's going hungry, there's famine, it's freezing over. We could easily steal what we need from the humans. So now they're talking about pillaging again because they need to, literally to survive. Ain't that how it's always been in Elbaf's history? Don't be ridiculous. A senseless raid on them would only bring shame to Elbaf. That's the law of the land now. Those bastards from Hunter's village are attacking. What are they? It seems they've hit other villages too. Quick, arm yourselves. Don't let them loot the village. Internal giant struggles weren't unheard of. So now they're like robbing each other. They're fighting each other for resources. During desperate times, internal giant struggles weren't unheard of during desperate times. But these incidents only resulted in making the period more severe and bloody. The country was engulfed in chaos and misery. So this is all the same year that Big Mom killed Fallbeard, huh? Doji says, "Oh shit, I don't remember that line. Is that why he wears the bandages? Did they deadass stab out his eyes? That's mental." I mean, I think that's what's being implied. He's literally a baby, so I hope he still has his eyes. That would be really fucked up if they did that to a baby. I heard a rumor about the princeling born in the castle. He's cursed, and the bitterness festered as spirits broke. So it's like Loki has always been the country's scapegoat, similarly to how Odin was the scapegoat of Wano for so long, and actually ended up taking it onto himself. But what's interesting with this Loki arc that we're having here is like it's like where Odin's arc was a flashback of him like being a scapegoat, but like trying to do the right thing, but like or the right thing, quote unquote, most of the time at least. He was selfish in some ways. But when the opportunity arose, he typically did try to like, do the best thing he could, and then he would take blame for things off of others and onto himself, because he could carry that weight. Odin's such a badass, dude. But anyway, like, it feels like Loki might be in the midst of that arc, where he might become, through having to save his homeland from the Ragnarok that's happening up in the Sun Realm, it seems like he might end up becoming, like, it's almost like instead of seeing it, Odin's arc in a flashback, we might kind of see this child that was blamed for all the Elbaf's problems now become like an actual, like, prove them wrong, or maybe not prove them wrong, but still take the burden onto himself of their hatred. It's really interesting. That's a really interesting idea for a character. He's cursed, and the bitterness festered as spirits broke. Hey, wait. Hey, Hajrudin, your brother doomed this country with his curse. They straight up broke into his mom's house? As his elder brother, you'll take responsibility as a sacrifice. So they're gonna sacrifice Hajrudin. Crazy. And she's not a warrior, so what's she gonna do? I mean, she has a big fist, and she could probably punch him. What are you talking about? Don't you know my son's a cutie who's gonna be the world's longest living man? I feel like now that she's said... That's a random thing to want, but I feel like now that she's said that, that's like actually gonna be the truth. I feel like we'll have a flashback like 100 years, several hundred years after the end of One Piece, and like Hajrudin will just be like chilling. Okay. What are you talking about? Don't you know my son's a cutie who's going to be the world's longest living man? Get it, Ida. You're nothing but an outsider who seduced Harold. Go to hell. I love this country. And they're gonna beat her up because she's an immigrant. Classic, fucking xenophobic shit. Don't you lay a finger on my mom. So he's about to go to bat for him. And Harald comes in. Based Harald. Looking fucking Chadley. He's looking like Kaido. Is Harald Kaido's dad? He looks literally just like Kaido. What the fuck? That's crazy. We still don't know why he wears the bandages, but I just assume it's because of what his mom did to him. When he was a baby, he's probably ashamed because of his mom's actions. That could be possible, or it could just be like, he had to have the bandage because they were like fucking... I mean, we know he can like, has, what's it called? Like hockey, the sensing kind, observation hockey, so maybe he just doesn't need his eyes. That would be interesting. It'd be, I don't know if we've had like a... Oh yeah, we have Fujitora, I guess, so we do have another blind character in One Piece, but it'd be cool to have another one. But for me, I actually feel like he might have the Rinnegan, or the Sharingan. He got the double Sharingan like Sasuke, and he has got like the bandages, because he's like going to take it off in a critical moment, and unleash his Amaterasu, and defeat Eve in one fell swoop, with Susanoo. That would be so based. Anyway, I'm gonna flatten you, King Harald. Daddy, King Harald! Okay, so... Brothers, you must not fight amongst each other. The king! Word reached me about Loki's birth and the recent famine. I was building a rapport with various nations. When the news came, our allies acted without hesitation. They loaded tons of food and supplies to be shipped here. Humans may be small in nature, but not will. Our allied nations came together to ensure that we got enough to truly fill this and satiate our giant bellies. Wow, that's awesome. It's crazy that he would be able to do that. Like who are their allies, man? Like, holy shit. We will graciously accept their aid. So this is like, okay, so this is like humanitarian aid to a country that's having famine. This is very interesting. Harald, how are we supposed to dock on the island? Yeah, it's as big as you'd expect. Dig in and fill your hearts with gratitude. Okay, so they're crying, and this is what's going to make them love humans and love peace. Excuse me. Doji says, him and Zoro is going to have a Genjutsu battle. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, man. So based. So based when when Zoro unlocks his Sharingan. Okay. If these good folk are ever in a pinch, it'll be our job to return the favor with all our might. Remember, this tiny world is ours to share. That's a beautiful sentiment. Queen Estrid continued to publicly declare that the plagues suffered by Elbaf were brought on by the accursed prince, right up until the eve of Harald's return. She denounced her son with bitter hatred until her final anguished breath. And yeah, dude, I think she did cut out his eyes. That's absolutely wild, because he's had it bandaged up since he was a baby. Dude, that's so fucked, man. Just because he had, like, weird-looking eyes. That's crazy. She denounced her son with bitter hatred until her final anguished breath. Naturally, the people believed her passing was part of the curse. Loki, my son. Aww. Good dad, Harald. Based. He was born with a condition that affects his eyes. And they're lying. She fucking poked out his goddamn eyes. He was born with a condition that affects his eyes. Well, he could see, but I understand. Wait, hold on, what? So maybe they're not lying, because they said, well, he could see, but he can't even smile for me. I guess it makes sense. He did just lose his mother. I mean, he hates his mother. At only a few months old, Loki had given up on love. Dude, oh my god, that sucks. This is a rough one, because I hate seeing babies in distress, and like this is rough, dude. You sure have a lot of scrapes. No, those are... Harald's diplomacy soon started to bear fruit, and Elbaf's winter finally came to a close. Branch Route 1, so they're doing some rebuilding. That's right, I'll help build inter-village trade and communication. Okay, so he's trying to build relations within his own nation now. Restoring the fractured nation and venturing across the seas continued to be prioritized, while other things became an afterthought. Okay. Across the seas continued to be prioritized, while other things became an afterthought. Like what? Freak. So they're trying to say other things like Loki. Like Loki's not really being raised by anyone. Like this guy is fully, like, he's a great king, seems like. He's great to his country and his countrymen, but like he's not really being a dad to Loki. He's too busy. He's too busy to be a dad. Estrid's older brother was appointed as Loki's personal steward. And this is Estrid's older brother? Okay. This is the realm of the dead, isn't it? This is the realm of the dead. Isn't it dangerous here? The coastline keeps this area separated so the beasts won't come near. You're so cute when you're worried. Oh, wait! Was she always there at the fucking bar? Was she the girl we saw back in, like, when we met Shanks right before he fought Captain Kidd? I feel like she looks like that girl. Am I crazy? I feel like it could be. I think it is, right? Like she had a different haircut in the present or something, but yeah. Holy shit. You're so cute when you're worried. The coastline okay, yeah. So, pinch, pinch, aw. I like how angry he is that he's getting, like, sunned a little bit. Don't you have training with Elbow from West Village? You should head back. This is Ida's Tavern, you hear? Fishmen, castaways, even pirates. So she's like rolling out the welcome wagon, like rolling out the red carpet to people from everywhere. Like, so this is like, the tavern is almost like a rest place for people coming by of whatever culture, so that way she can like make inroads. This is awesome, dude, and it actually lines up with my personal feelings and beliefs about like the importance of a third place. I don't know if you guys have heard that term before, and maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But the idea of a third place is essentially somewhere to go that isn't work or home, right? In today's day and age, a lot of people like don't have a third place to hang out during their week outside. And throughout like history, a third place was pretty common. Like people would have like the tavern or the guild or like, you know, like a club setting or, you know, like the gym. Like there's a lot of people's third place is the gym. But yeah, like not everybody has a third place, like a place to actually like mingle and like build community outside of work and home. So it's cool. Like this is why like during, I think like the lockdowns in like 2020 and 2021, especially 2020, like I think a lot of people were like really missing like going out to eat, going out to drink at their favorite bar. It kind of like I think led to like a lot of people feeling disconnected from their community, right? Not to say it wasn't like necessary or anything, but like more so than that, it's just like that it made everyone realize how important that third place is, that community building space is, right? So that's yeah, it's cool. This is great. So she is doing a public service by being a inn tavern owner. You hear, fishmen, castaways, even pirates. I'm ready for any and all customers. With any luck, I'll be of help to Harald. Based 56 years ago, Ja Rule's house. So we got Ja Rule hanging out on this. He's got a nice little piece of property up there. You were at the scene of the reverie incident, Harald. You were at the scene of the reverie incident, Harald? Okay, 56 years ago. Yeah, my friend was one of the invited kings. He smuggled me in as one of his guards. Wait, how did he smuggle you in? You're fucking massive, my dude. I couldn't ask the questions I wanted to without blowing my cover. If that murder hadn't happened... Oh shit, so there was a murder that happened. I might have been exposed. So there was a murder that happened at a reverie, and there was an incident there 56 years ago. If you were caught, all this would be the last of your worries. Have you ever heard about the Galera Warhammer Company? Huh? Oh, the Gorilla? No, Galera. Galera Warhammer Company? Kanji is Great Hammer Battalion. Furigana might be a spin on Galila. Oh, okay. It does sound kind of like Galila or Furigana or Galera. Okay, I get it. They're that gruff troop of giant shipwrights that arm themselves with warhammers, right? Interesting. So this is like giant shipwrights. I thought they were just a myth. No, they existed. Oh shit. This is cool. Will Frankie meet one of the giant shipwrights from Galera? That'd be pretty interesting. We can make Sunny Giants, so we can take Loki with us. That would be awesome. Let's do it. No, they existed. They really did travel far and wide, sending letters back to Elbaf. So there's got to be like one of these guys out there doing shipwriting out in the world. That's cool. And look how big the one guy is. That like fucking oars in the background, like the giant face. The final letter said they'd all been captured. Can you believe it? Over 100 warriors were taken prisoner, including ancient giants. So were they released back when Blackbeard released all the prisoners from Impel Down from level 6? You think the world government was responsible? There is no doubt that they once faced a great enemy. However, they sank deep into the ocean at a certain point in history, to be blunt. There's probably a deeper reason why your ideals haven't worked out, and it has nothing to do with you. Lingering animosity, huh? So, interesting. So, it sounds like Ja Rule is giving him some wisdom. He's watering his flowers. Based Ja Rule, you know? So, he's kind of giving Harald some counsel, being like, you're trying to create inroads, create commerce, like become a member of the world government or something and affect change, and like connect the world as allies, but it's becoming difficult because the world government doesn't want the world to be united, right? So that's an interesting. That's interesting. That's a neat note to put in here, right? These are just rumors, but I also heard a story about a frozen army of giants somewhere. Interesting. So like ores. It seems our people are regarded as enemies of the larger world. Clearly, but I've already resolved to face any hurdle. Base, dude. He looks fucking awesome. Prince Loki, I know you cursed and killed my little sister. Prince Loki! Oh, this fucker. Yeah, okay. Now let's see what kind of garbage we'll be serving up today. So they just kept treating him like shit. And gets older. Ah, dude, young Loki looks fucking sick as hell. Wow, the horse of fortune died. The steward's body was in the realm of the dead. Oh, so did he kill the horse of fortune? Because now he's smiling. And the steward. This is a disaster. King Harald's already left on his voyage. They're coming. Close the doors and get the children inside. Wait, okay, maybe I skipped ahead a little bit. 48 years before present day. The villages drew closer in terms of trade and identity, and the nation stood together. My dream is to join hands with the many other countries around the planet for the giant race to be welcome all over this grand world. Okay, so globalist freak. No, joke. We're with it. We're with it. King Harald, so cool. He's changed so much. He's gonna be a king who will go down in history. Well, you look thrilled, Hajrudin. Is it because you're illegitimate prince? Is it because you're illegitimate? Prince Loki is the true heir, right? So he hates that he doesn't get to live in the castle with his dad, that he's treated like a bastard. But on the other hand, Loki is also had a really, like an even worse childhood. Like at least, and I wonder how much of this, what's his name actually knows? Like, how much of this does Hajrudin actually know? Like, does he know about Loki's upbringing and his situation with his mom and his uncle? And, like, how his eyes were fucking gouged out at his mom's, or at least tied up, and, like, how he was thrown down to, the fucking realm of the dead? I don't think he knows this. I think it would change his perspective. Well, you look thrilled, Hajrudin. Is it because you're illegitimate prince? You're illegitimate? Prince Loki is the true heir, right? You're just an illegitimate throwaway. And Loki's smiling. Okay. This is a disaster. King Harald's already left on his voyage. They're coming. Close the doors and get the children inside. Okay, so we got invading forces. And it looks like Loki and his animal friends. So he's looking like Luffy. He's looking like a young Luffy running around with his animal friends. And he's gonna, beat them all up. Beat up all the invaders. Beat them all up, guys! This is Elbaf, the world's strongest country. We don't need weaklings here. Oh, shit. Oh, so he's... Oh, maybe no, he's leading his animal friends to attack. So this is why the children are afraid of him, is like he actually... is like, he's all about, like, strength. He's like an ancient giant at heart. Like, he wants to go out... He's like Harald in his younger days. He's a rowdy fucker. Okay. Loki, driven by scorn, unleashed chaos onto Elbaf. Driven by scorn is a notable, he was scorned, So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so he's fucking chasing people, he's cracking people with his fucking big old club, looking like Kaido. He laughed at the feeble as they ran. Hey, Loki! Dad went through hell to rebuild this village. Huh? You think you get to call my father Dad? Oh, damn, he's like looking down on his big brother. That's crazy. I don't get why everyone respects him. He's dumb for trying to play nice with those human insects. So Loki being racist, and that's probably why the world government likes him, right? Or why the God's Knights are like, you can join us, man. You'd fit right in. Excuse me. He's dumb for trying to play nice with those human insects. That's crap. Because he learned from his mom, who's like a cool person. We should all try to see from each other's perspectives. Don't get cocky just because you're big. He smacks the fuck out of him with that club. That's crazy. Being cocky is my right. I'm the prince. Ah! Don't you dare talk back to me, runt. Shit. That's crazy. So no wonder Hajradin hates him. It makes total sense. Hajradin, stay back, Gerd. He'll think you're his he'll think you're his friend. Loki will hit you next. She cracks our boy, our big funny boy. We are his friends, you dummy. Hajradin, are you okay? He needs first aid, so he has friends and Loki doesn't, so that's why, another reason why Loki, so Loki is low-key jealous of Hajradin, which is interesting. That's interesting. You're so pathetic I could puke, Hajradin. You're just a group of weaklings huddling together. So he's got the opposite view of his dad about being a united front, working together with one another. It's because of your mom's filthy blood. Young master, that's going too far. He's still the son of the king. He's also a prince. Don't call him a prince. So Loki's bigger than actual giants at this point, basically, or as big at least. Smacks one in the fucking face. Loki spread pain. And destruction. Now he's fighting all of his actual, fighting the members of his dad's army. And destruction. But nothing he did filled the hole in his own heart. Yeah. And he's sad. Oh, he does still have his eyes. He does still have his eyes. Okay. Wow. So he jumped off of the sun realm into the realm of the dead. Just crashed down and he says, I can't even die. He's doing the Kaido thing. He did a fucking jump off a Sky Island type of shit. As a kid. And he couldn't even kill himself. Poor guy. I mean, you feel bad for the guy. It's hard not to, the way he was treated as a child. And, he's traumatized, He's lashing out. I can't even die. Okay, so he's... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What? What? Oh, whoa. Hold the fucking phone, dude. Okay. What's the deal with this island? Where's the welcome committee? Roar! Grrr! Oh, we found one. Look, it's a giant whelp. This is definitely Elbaf. Dude, oh my god. We're getting rocks. We're getting rocks this chapter? Holy shit. Oh, and he looks beast as fuck. And he also looks just like Blackbeard. What the fuck? So this is Blackbeard's dad. Okay. Rocks, let's go, dude. Okay, so I will say, guys, I've seen I was spoiled to this image of rocks right here on the left. The one of him right here on the left side of the screen. Because I was just scrolling Twitter one day and I think I just saw Shonen Jump was doing fucking advertisements and they sometimes will just post pictures of chapters from recent manga. And they just posted a picture of this guy and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know who that is, and also he looks just like Blackbeard, so, it was a double spoiler. I'm so mad I got spoiled to, these two things. Rocks, stuff was happening, one, and also that, that he looks just like Blackbeard is clearly related to Blackbeard in some way. Blackbeard's ship is literally named after him. Yeah, so not too surprising, right? It was trending on Twitter, so I feel like everyone has seen it, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is what happens when you take a 2-year break from covering One Piece. You get spoiled to some stuff. I think honestly, this face, and then Loki, the only other picture I did see was when Loki was, I think climbing up the, I think I saw a YouTube thumbnail that had Loki climbing up the tree, the Atom tree, and, as a baby with his horns and crying and his weird eyes. I think I saw that as well. So I was spoiled to that we got a flashback for him, and I was spoiled to this. I think those are the only main things I've been spoiled to. I might have seen an image of some other characters. If it comes up, I'll get to it later. What's the deal with this island? Where's the welcome committee? Okay, this is definitely Elbaf. Okay, so we got Shiki and Whitebeard, and Stussy, the OG Stussy. Gee, this brat's got one hell of a devil face. Oh shit. I know he's a giant, but isn't he a bit too big? Hey kid, why are you crying? Oh shit, okay. Alright kid, you better say yes to both these questions. This is crazy. So Rox looks badass, dude. I didn't see this like overhead shot of him. Dude is looking fucking cool as shit. His hairstyle looks sick. Dude, he looks like fucking... looks metal. Looks like metal as fuck. Damn, they made him look cool as shit. One Piece spoilers are pretty bad, especially on Twitter. Yeah, I've blocked a lot of accounts on both Twitter and YouTube. Anything that could spoil me to One Piece, basically, because I want to experience it fresh and without any spoilers. 10 years ago, I would have never imagined One Piece being as popular as it is today. It's actually insane. I mean, yeah, it's pretty wild how much like, yeah, it's got like a crazy amount of reach nowadays. I feel like around 10 years ago, it really started to get mainstream popular in English-speaking circles. Yeah, for sure. I would say even more like, it's even gained a lot of popularity just in the last 5 years, because I think as it's been going on, like people talk about it more, people get hyped for like, I feel like a lot of people started reading around like Wano. Honestly, like Wano, and then like it became like I think honestly YouTube was a big thing for One Piece as well. It's like people would like watch like their One Piece like reaction YouTube is like kind of like a big thing. It's what got me into wanting to do this show in the first place, right? So like I think people seeing how popular like people like talking and like experiencing like manga and anime for the first time, especially if like they're not someone who typically reads manga and anime. Now you have like booktubers like Murphy Napier, who has like a, she does like a One Piece video like once a month, I think. Like I don't see her videos on I used to watch her when she was like initially reading through it. Her videos were pretty good, but it's like people realize there's a market. You can make money reading One Piece. I don't make any money because I'm not like a big YouTuber or whatever, but which is fine. I have a career. I don't need to make money doing YouTube, but like I think people realize like, oh, there's money in this shit, and also like that allowed there to be a larger reach, because like I'm sure a lot of Murphy's audience probably didn't read One Piece until she started reading it, right? And that same goes for a lot of other YouTubers as well. And I think it's also like a zeitgeist thing. It's like fear of missing out or FOMO or whatever. So it's like a lot of people are like, oh well, people talk about how good One Piece is, I gotta start it to like be part of the get on the hype train, right? So it's interesting that this fan base has expanded, and there's good things and bad things about that, but at the end of the day, One Piece is fucking awesome. So I'm glad it gets the hype that it rightfully deserves. And I'd say even in the last 5 years, but yeah, 10 years makes sense, because I probably started like 2017, 2018, 2019. I think it started to really pick up momentum, especially with Netflix doing One Piece as well. He's got the Dr. Stone haircut. I love. Yeah, dude, it looks with the fucking black streaks. What a cool. They're gonna fuck up his hair in the anime. I mean, I hope they don't. But right now he's looking sick as hell. The live action brought in so many new manga readers as well. COVID as well. Yeah, COVID did it too. People stuck at home, nothing else to do but read One Piece. Okay. I know he's a giant, but isn't he a bit too big? Hey kid, why are you crying? Harald spotted this particular man 8 years ago during the reverie. Oh shit. So that's what they were talking about, that someone got killed at the reverie, right? And it was this dude. Or no, it was Zebek killed them, right? Alright kid, you better say yes to both these questions. I ain't the type that takes no for an answer. He single-handedly killed a Navy HQ admiral. Oh shit. And vanished without a trace. Single-handedly too, wow. I mean, that's a way to make a name for yourself, holy shit. This feat earned him a massive bounty and the government's ire. Wow. I wonder which admiral. Are we going to get to see anything about the admiral that he killed? Are we going to get to see that event at all? That's crazy, because we know how strong the admirals are. Vanished without a trace. This feat earned him a massive bounty and the government's ire. First off, this is Elbaf, land of the giants, yeah? Second, we'll find Harald here, yeah? Roxty Zebek, so yeah is this kind of refrain. And he's got the cool scar on his eye. Dude, he looks fucking badass. and fucking teaches his son, man. That's crazy. Roxy Zebek, future captain of the Rocks Pirates, father of Emperor Blackbeard. Okay, so it's just confirmed. Like, they confirm it in the chapter, unless that's like an editorial decision by fucking Viz or like TCB. But I don't think they would do that. They wouldn't just put that in there. This is clearly a translation. Yeah, father of the Emperor Blackbeard. Right, I mean, no shit, right? Yeah. Okay, so, wow. Holy shit. Crazy. Okay, we gotta read one more. I gotta see what happens next. Alright, one more chapter and then I'm gonna call it. Okay. One Piece. Let's see, okay. So we got, what chapter is this? It's chapter 1155. So the last one for tonight, for sure. I can't do any more after this one, for sure. I'm already kind of pushing it. With this last one, it's a nice cover page. It's fine. I do like that Luffy and Usopp are front and center. That's pretty great. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Okay, moving on. This is Elbaf, but Pop's ain't here. He's on a voyage. You're all puny humans. This is the first I've... Oh, so this is gonna... Oh, dude. So this is gonna be what gives him respect for human beings. He's gonna get the shit kicked out of him by Rocks. By Rocks and the boys, and Stussy. This is Elbaf, but Pop's ain't here. He's on a voyage. You're all puny humans. This is the first time I've ever seen one moving around for real. How cute. Rocks, the legendary pirate, came to Elbaf, but why? How cute. Hang on, did you just say Pops? You're Harald's kid? I'm guessing he can't still be reached. I'm guessing he can still be reached even if he's away, right? What's your name? Loki. All right, Loki. Just do what I tell you. Head on home and get someone to send urgent word to your pops. Tell him to say, Loki has been... Okay, hold on. So he's like trying to convince him. Oh, or is he actually about to like beat the fuck out of Loki? I mean, that's probably true. He's probably about to. He looks like he's gearing up to fuck him up, is what I'm saying. He's looking pretty... He's coming up pretty aggressive here. Loki. All right, Loki. Just do what I tell you. Head on home and get someone to send urgent word to your pops. Tell him to say, Loki has been seriously hurt. You've got to return to Elbaf at once. Watch your mouth. Do I look like I take orders from a human? So he's like a prince, and he's got pride. The pride of an Elbaf giant. You seriously expect my father to drop everything just because I'm hurt? I mean, yeah, he doesn't think his father would even do something like that. His father has got, other things going on. He's not really paying attention to Loki, which is like, yeah, he's not being a great dad. Yeah, right. Besides, someone as weak looking as you has no right to boss me around. So, okay, Rox is gonna fuck his shit up with big ol' hockey blast. Rox's swordsmanship was renowned for its brutal impact akin to a giant hammer or cannon fire. Oh shit. Rox's swordsmanship was renowned. So I feel like Loki has probably modeled his hammer of his Thor's hammer, his Mjolnir attack after fucking Rox. Rox's swordsmanship was renowned for its brutal impact akin to a giant hammer or cannon fire. It was said to blow everything in the surrounding vicinity away. Yeah! Okay, so fucking smacks him. Whoa! There we have it. Loki has been seriously hurt. Yeah. Harald's path crossed with this madman once before. Oh, we are gonna see it. Oh shit. Oh shit. King T says, I rewatched Marineford this past week and seeing Whitebeard as someone left hand as someone's left hand is still crazy. Yeah, I mean, seems like he's his right hand, but I could be wrong about that. It happened during the Reverie that year. Harald's path crossed with this man once before. Damn, that's crazy. Okay. It happened during the Reverie that year. Someone attacked and kidnapped 5 of the kings. Unbelievable. That big man in black has to be the culprit. Oh shit. The lies of those sovereigns cannot be used to extort Mu. Oh shit. Okay, so they're trying to extort Emu specifically, and holy fuck. Oh, wait, is this... This looks a lot like the girl that's been possessed. I forget her name. The one of the God's Knights. Or maybe it's her mom. It looks a lot like her, but... Okay. No kidding. But it threw the Holy Land into total chaos, didn't it? So he's in the room with fucking Emu, dude. No wonder this guy was seen as like a bigger threat, at least in the moment, than Roger was. They literally destroyed an island to like erase his legacy. The incident would be the first and last of its kind. Oh wow, they're really hyping this shit up. And he's got a gun. Is he gonna fucking try to kill Emu? An intruder made it all the way to the flower room, hidden deep within the Holy Land. The flower room. Okay. Yeah, we've seen this room before. The man claimed to be a Davy Jonesian pirate. What does that mean? Gunko, thank you. She does have the eyes. Yeah, I mean, it could be Gunko. It could be Gunko's mom. Who knows? What if Gunko's like a direct descendant of Eve? That would be nuts. I mean, it would maybe explain why Eam can possess Gunko. No, you're definitely right. He is basically Rox's right hand, yeah. She does have the eyes, yeah. The man claimed to be a Davy Jonesian pirate. He knew there was nothing more he could do in that moment, so he withdrew with these words. Hans, just wait. One day, I'll be back. So, holy shit. Holy shit, that's sinister. Dude, he looks fucking badass, man. And, like, I feel like Blackbeard is following in his footsteps. Like, Blackbeard is going to be the one to, like, bring down Eam, possibly. Bring total chaos to the world. Holy shit, that's crazy. So he just threatened him, but didn't do anything. He knew there was nothing more he could do in that moment, so he would... Why did he know there was nothing more he could do in that moment? It's because Eam's that powerful? Naturally, this incident would never be brought to light. Ironically, on that very day, there was another intruder in the Holy Land. Yeah, it makes sense they wouldn't want to advertise this. Look, it's so much bigger than a normal giant. I wanted as a slave. Okay, so we got a bunch of freak-ass... Oh, these guys suck. The Celestial Dragons. No, we should kill it and have it stuffed. Guards, protect the nobles. So they set him on fire? I'm sorry, the negotiations went south. So he's on fire, he's running away. His identity basically has almost been exposed because we know he was in hiding, like, or he was supposed to, like, you know, hide his identity. And I know trespassing is a crime, but isn't all this going a bit too far? So it looks like they're attacking him just because he was caught, even though he was trying to be diplomatic. Don't let the kingnapper get away. So they consider him a kingnapper because Rox was blamed for, or he was blamed for something Rox did. That wasn't me, I swear. No shit. An admiral was murdered. The culprit ran towards the castle. Proceed with caution. So it looks like he's bloody from his fight with the admiral, or maybe that's just how he looks. I don't know. It's hard. This is a kind of blurry image. Huff, huff, It's just one thing after the other. Seize that biggin. That must be the guy who kidnapped the kings. How dare he use me as a scapegoat? Oh shit, are they about to fight? I'll show him. A giant in the Holy Land? Don't your kind lurk in the boonies? Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh shit! We got a fucking Conquerors hockey clash between Harald and our boy Zebek. Holy shit! Rox D Zebek. Damn. That looks sick as fuck, especially with like the fire and steam coming off Harald. Damn, and they were both, you know, evenly matched, it seems, or for the most part. The clash between the two strangers blew away everyone within a 5-kilometer radius. Okay, so it's like literally like the Conquerors hockey, you know, blast, essentially. Well, like we saw with Roger and Whitebeard in the Wano flashback. State your name. It's Harald. So these guys are rivals. Rox and Harald were rivals. I'm Rox. Angle your next strike towards the town. They'll enslave you if you get caught. Huh? Why? Wah! Don't ask questions. Wah! Yeah! Okay, so. How do I get to Elbaf? The new world is that way. The new world is that way. Wah! If you survive this, let's meet again, Harald. Okay, so they just met briefly. And just crossed paths briefly. And kind of gave each other advice. Interesting. Or he like wanted to know how to get there. That's interesting. That's really interesting. They seem to have like a mutual respect for each other too. That's pretty cool. Well, if you survive this, let's meet again, Harald. Don't be ridiculous, as if I'd ever associate with a criminal like you. What the? Are you seriously just gonna jump off the edge? Oh shit. Oh shit, he's just jumping off Mary Joa. That's crazy. And he's like, what? Are you serious? You're just going to jump off the edge? Rox had taken down a Navy admiral just moments earlier. But he couldn't take down Harald. Or Harald, fucking, at very least, they had a pretty impressive clash, and he gained his respect with one fucking, counter to his move. That's pretty cool. Despite all the efforts to save him, the admiral did not survive. It was deemed the most... Despite all the efforts to save him, the admiral did not survive. It was deemed the most grievous of sins. In the blink of an eye, Rox's infamy boomed. The event sent a powerful shock throughout the seas. So he did it even without a crew. He was single-handedly did that. Sometime later, ooh-ah! A ship carrying a great amount of celestial tribute to Mary Joa was attacked. The gates of justice were destroyed. Oh shit. Okay. The gates of justice are massive, dude. Who destroyed that? What kind of fucking crazy power did Rox have? Did he have a devil fruit? The gates of justice were destroyed, and the attacker fled the scene. The stolen funds were later used to support Rox's pirate activities. Wow. Until that point, Rox had always acted against the world government. Interesting. So he was always an anti-world government, which is cool. Based. Rox is fucking based, dude. He's fucking, Chadley as fuck. But after that, he started, he kind of, makes Blackbeard look like a little bit of a bitch. But we still stand Blackbeard on this stream. So, it is what it is. Blackbeard's still the OG. Sorry, Rox. But you are impressing me. You are fucking looking pretty badass, pretty based. But after that, he started to target pirates, too. Okay, so he started targeting pirates. Interesting. Why? What was the change? In the world of pirates, there exists a long-standing tradition known as a Davy back fight. Dude! Did he invent the Davy back fight? No way. No, I don't think he would do that. Pirate crews would compete in a series of matches. Are we going to see a fucking Davy back fight in Wano? That would be the fucking craziest thing ever. Wagering their flags or even their crewmates in a truly ruthless game. We're getting a callback to the Davy back fight, bro. Doji says, I'm so glad Davy back fights are relevant again. Yeah, dude, that was the last thing I ever expected. Rox used this tradition. Oh, so that's how he built his crew. Because, it was said, his crew was essentially, full of people who would never be able to, get along. But he was able to, just barely unite them, even though they were all kind of, very, very different from one another. Rox used this tradition to build his entire crew. They had won many scoundrels to their side before they even had a flag. Wow. So that's how he already has Shiki, Whitebeard, and Stussy, huh? Or Buckingham, Stussy, yeah. They've got an amazing guy. You'll lose it when you see him. So he's talking about Harald here. He's being like, dude, we got to recruit Harald. After that, they made their way to Elbaf. That's it. Oh, shit. Elbaf, OS Castle. Oh no, I rushed home as fast as I could, but I'm glad you've already turned the corner on your recovery. Thank goodness. I know that you're strong, Loki, but you shouldn't wander into the realm of the dead. You got lucky. So he doesn't even realize, what's happening with Loki. He's kind of, oblivious. He's trying to be caring, but he's just oblivious. He doesn't know what's going on with his own son. Harald's biggest failing. Like, Harald's a Chad, but, like, we also, like, you know, be a better father, my guy. I mean, at least he didn't completely abandon his kid like Yasop. But, you know, we know he's a busy guy, but you gotta do better, man. Nothing more than that after falling off the... you got lucky escaping with nothing more than that after falling off that cliff. There's plenty more dangers just lurking deeper inside. Dad really came back. It has to be... So he wasn't expecting his dad to come back to protect him. It has to be a coincidence. He couldn't have come for me. Oh, so he didn't even realize his dad cared that much about him. Wow. Rox, I've heard all about your crimes. What are you doing here? I missed you, Harald. So he's like, I think you're based, dude. I wanna party with you. I want you to be part of my crew. You gotta join my crew. Okay, so it's just like what happened with Luffy and Loki down there. You gotta join my crew. The world government won't hear you out, right? You get it. You get it now. The time has come. Don't be stupid. If I anchor myself with a thug like you, I'll lose all the goodwill I built up with my allies. This is a real feast, Joe. Okay, so we got Shiki. We got some sort of... Is this Capone's father? Some sort of mob boss? We got this funny-looking dude. The guy... I mean, he looks... Oh, this guy. Wait, this is one of the... This guy has the same armor as one of the guys on Thriller Bark. And we know that some of the dead knights from Thriller Bark, including Captain John, were actually members of the Rox's crew at some point. So it looks like this is before they gathered Big Mom and Kaido. Or Lin and Kaido. So that's the King of Elbaf. Interesting. He sure is big. Interesting. What of it? Aren't those allies government pawns? What's the point of reaching for something that's impossible? You gotta level the playing field. So he's like... I mean, I fuck with his, like... You know, in a store, like in real life, this guy would be like a fucking arsonist, like anarchist, asshole, like loser, idiot, dumbass. But in a story like One Piece, like this is like the most base thing you can be, is like an anti-establishment, like tear it all down kind of person. Not that, like there is some merit to wanting to, you know, tear down systems and build them from the ground up in our world, of course. But there's also a lot of like actual danger and like real like tumultuous bloodshed that comes along with that makes it like, you know, only something that should really be done at like last resort, you know. But in One Piece, it's my favorite thing. It's totally based. What of it? Aren't those allies government pawns? What's the point? Okay, you gotta level the playing field. Don't be a wet blanket, Harald. Elbaf has the greatest warriors in the world. If something churns your stomach, you should just crush it. That's the old way. Elbaf has changed. People never change. That same bloodlust is still pulsing through you. I mean, he did smile when they clashed. He was clearly, like, excited about the prospect of fighting. He's so small compared to Harald. It's so funny. Hey, can't you two just enjoy the meal? You guys should know that if you follow a man like him, you'll only be led to ruin. So he's kind of scolding them a little bit. Following that moron... don't make me laugh. We're all completely out for ourselves. None of us would bat an eye if Rox died. So that's Shiki. Shiki the Wicked, future Golden Lion. Interesting. So he's called Shiki the Wicked. And we know that the lady from Wano touched his face, I think when he was younger, like this. Well, that's not to say his plans don't have a certain appeal. They could prove very lucrative. So she just cares about money. Nami 2.0. Miss Buchan, the tech bandit. Oh yeah, because she used to be a member of the what's it called? The science group, right? Yeah, the tech bandit. She literally stole tech from Vegapunk and the science squad. I forget what they're called, but with Sanji's dad and Caesar and those guys. Mads and Queen Mads, right? Have you heard of Hachinosu, the place they call the Isle of Exiles? Oh shit. Or even Pirate Island. Countries all around the world send their worst inmates there as a form of penal exile. Interesting. Don Marlon, gangster from the West Blue. I mean, this guy's got a fucking crimson chin over here. Holy shit. Isn't Capone also from the West Blue? I feel like this could be a Capone relative, potentially. Or is the whole West Blue run by fucking mobsters? I don't know. It was meant to be a barren island with no food, where all you could do was wait for death. Dude, young fucking Whitebeard looks badass, dude. What a cool guy. Edward Newgate, future Whitebeard. But last year, the survivors started banding together. And why do you think that happened? Pirate prophet Ochoku. Oh, this is Ochoku. We've heard about Ochoku. Shit, we've never seen Ochoku before in the story. But we know that Ochoku, I think, is literally based on like a real Chinese pirate, if I'm not mistaken. And was actually like, so this is like an actually historical person. I might look this up real quick, actually. I'm gonna say, well, I don't want to stop the stream, but let's see. Ochoku pirates. Ochoku pirates. Wang Zi, right. Okay, yeah, Wang Zi is the thing, and it's like, okay, I don't want to say too much about that, but we know that Ochoku was ousted by Blackbeard as leader of Hachinosu due to the we know this. It was due to the Rocky Port incident. The Rocky Port incident presumably was something that was, at least in some way, like Blackbeard was involved, and he used that opportunity to oust Ochoku as the leader of Hachinosu, or Pirate Island, or Full of Lead, or Beehive, or whatever we want to call it. That's interesting. We haven't seen this character yet, so I should look up Wang Zi later and learn more about that. But last year, the survivors started banding together, and why do you think that happened? Pirate Prophet Ochoku, future Commodore of Pirate Island. Yeah, okay. Pirate Prophet. Oh, interesting. Gang Zui, the smuggler. Okay, so this is the guy one of the guys that was in a dead zombie general in what's his name's crew, and Moria's on Thriller Bark. And then, believe it or not, the island had a massive gold deposit. A shadow organization found out and got involved. They helped the criminals amass a fortune that really pissed off the government. The island had a massive gold deposit. Oh, interesting. A shadow organization. So this is like kind of like, in some ways, like maybe not the origin of the black market, but like it's definitely influenced by that, I guess. A shadow organization found out and got involved. A shadow organization. I wonder what that organization was. They helped the criminals amass a fortune that really pissed off the government. These days, anyone who gets near the island gets swarmed by the hardened criminals. They'll strip you of everything. Okay, interesting. So then we cut a deal with the government. I asked, how much are you going to pay us if we take that island back for you guys? Once we get the money, we'll take down Pirate Island and split the mountain load of loot between us. But there's no way in hell we're just handing over the island and those criminals after that. Get it? I'll take charge of Hachinosu, and with these dumbasses under me, we'll turn it into a pirate paradise. Nice. And that's kind of what Blackbeard wants to do. He wants to make Hachinosu like a member of the world government or something. Although I feel like that's a front for a larger scheme, you know? Like, I feel like that's like him wanting to become a warlord so that he could get into Impel Down and free a bunch of people. It's like one step in the larger scheme that he has, you know, for his plans, for his grand plan. And with these dumbasses under me, we'll turn it into a pirate paradise. I can already see the government and Marines standing there like clueless dogs. This is just the prologue to my life. Using that island as my base. As me base. Oh, yeah. Me base. I'll crush, using that island as me base. I'll crush the Navy, bring the Holy Land crashing down, and after that, I'm gonna be king of the world! Okay, so we knew that he wanted to be king of the world. I assume Blackbeard wants the same. And, wow, Loki's like, whoa, base! Your enemies are too big. You're picking a fight with the whole planet. Say what? You say what you want. One day, someone's bound to pull it off. There is no such thing as power that lasts forever. Join me, Harald. If we team up, we will be unstoppable. I mean, yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Quit inviting me. I told you I'm the king. That doesn't matter. I'm going to go claim it. The whole damn world. The world? Oh, Loki's like, fuck yeah, dude, this is my guy. Loki suddenly realized he had found salvation. 4 years passed. Harald continued rejecting the numerous invitations he received until one day, Rock's plan had finally reached its fruit. Wait, so 4 years passed. Harald continued. So, interesting that Rock's had this plan. He seems like, I see where Blackbeard gets his planning from. Although Blackbeard could just be a cool guy with his own plans. Doesn't have to be a hereditary thing. 4 years passed. Harald continued rejecting the numerous invitations he received until one day, Rock's plan had finally reached his fruition. Backed by his monstrous crew, he would send shockwaves. Set sail, you bastards! Throughout the world. The legend embarks. Wow. Okay, this has been a great session. I'm loving the Rock's flashback, but I'm sorry, guys. I've already gone over my time. I gotta end it here. Got things to do, places to be. So, thank you for joining me on this episode of ChipZ Ahoy. I hope we can do one again very soon. Probably won't be until, I would say, like Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday or Sunday this upcoming week. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted and just keep an eye out. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you for joining me on this adventure through the high seas. And I'll see you next time.